the frick is up? Well. Looks like we have the usual suspects in chat today. I'm gonna be on my AA game, so no funny business. Teehee types, that's a little uncalled for. What did I just say for that emoji? Thank you, Cursed, for the 15 freaking months. That's a new one. Hey, hi, how you doing? Damn. Oh my god. That's a long time. Why your forehead so shiny? Dude, that is not nice. Should I turn it down a little bit? Hang on. Hold on. Wait a minute. It's a chop. Okay. Shiny forehead gone? Is the sun out of my forehead now? Is funny business more important so we can tell you if you really are? Isn't funny business more important so we can tell if you really are on your A game or not? No, you just need to like assume that I'm telling the truth and put some respect on my name, okay? Yo, Darian, wow, with the 13 months with the Prime. Daffler with the Prime for 12 months, and Kevin, please, with the 4 months. Let's go, buddies. How's it going? How do you guys do tonight? I haven't streamed in like, wow, tomorrow would be a week. I really gotta get going, jumping on the wagon again. Let me pop this up here. I thought that it was Wob for a second, but realized the text mods Lamau, and now I remember it's Boneyard, right? Wrong on both accounts, Kiazo. Come on. This is that N9 with the what is it? L9 Sublegends? Let me I can actually grab you Boneyard for a comparison. 1 second. In reality, I just wanted to show off my new containers that I got from the container store. Groovy money. Let's go. Prime with the 5 months. Bring back the 4 streams a week schedule. Who was that? Couldn't be me. Haven't been in one of your streams in months, and I come back to find that Kaze still hasn't been... You know what, Kevin? Maybe you should continue to be away from my stream for a couple more months. We actually, did I just say actually twice? We do have some Kaze info to give out. I gave out a bunch last stream, but I am finishing up my talks with Makibo, and it's finalized, so it's running. Officially running the Kaze TKL through Makibo. I'll have more information probably next week. Yeah, pretty cool. Dark week. Hello everyone. Yo, what up, Busy Timmy? Lols, what keycap set would you rock on smoked PC? Yo, we got level 2 hype train. Let's go. It's happening, boys. It is finally happening. Confirmed running. For a while there, I wasn't sure if we were gonna run it. Kaze calls for another Pokimane raid, dude, so she can ignore it and act like it wasn't even a follow. Wait, Boneyard is Icon Hard missed shot. Is it? So let's see here. What keyboard is that on the desk, brother? This is the Noxery 378. Shout out to Zondat. Yeah, really digging this board. I was gonna show you guys a comparison here. Oopa! Yo, nice artisans. What's up, Gerald? Young Gerald. Dude, I'm like Butterfingers right now. Focus. I think 3 cups of coffee today is what's setting me off. What up, Chad? got a lot of these POG containers. Yeah, so we I bought a bunch. Don't make the same mistake I did unless that's what you're going for. I bought a bunch of the clear ones and I bought a bunch of these smoke ones. And although the smoke ones look money, it's really hard to tell when I have them stacked up what keycap set is inside the container. So I went and bought a bunch more clear ones, even though the smoke do look pretty sick. So I'm like kind of relegating the smoke ones to like other things. This was kind of cool. I put a smoke top on the teal, which I thought looked pretty sick. Dude, I'm such like a freaking nerd. Like, look at, why do I get so excited by this? I don't know why, but this is the teal with the smoke top. I mean, like literally the sticker was like $1 and the case was like $2.50, but it just $3 makes me, $3.50 makes me so happy. You could buy a label maker. I have a label maker. Yeah, I did that on a lot of my sets. I put it here and I put it here, but I figured having a clear case just kind of does the job for me. L-E-F-E-S-E. Is this a nerd latch box? Dude, I'm telling you guys, I have been through a ton of different containers and latch boxes and whatnot, and the ones from Container Store are money. Like these, look at this, like these are solid, like really, really nice. Like I would venture to say nicer than anything on Amazon. So, and they latch pretty good. I mean, it's pretty hard to unlatch it and spill it. Yay, they have new hype emotes that I can earn? What? Yo, what up, Jin Kim? I found these containers through Teja a long time ago. Yeah, a bunch of people use these ones, but they're definitely my favorite, for sure. I bought like 20 of these, and I bought like 10 for shoes. Kevin, are you a sneakerhead? I had 3 aiming for coffee number 4, dude. Yeah, it's I woke up pretty late for work today, so I didn't have time to make coffee, which usually if I'm late, I just suck it up and I just become even more late so I can get my coffee because I'm like useless without my coffee. But today I had some important shit I had to do, so I had to use the coffee maker in the freaking kitchen at work, and I was like, bad. So I'm enjoying this one now. I love sneakers. Where my New Balance homies at? Dude, I am digging the new New Balances. Their skate shoes even look kind of cool. I was always a fan of the, what was it, the Minimus? Super light. Yo, what up, Brody? Work coffee is nasty, dude. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna turn the air on in here. It's getting a little spicy. Yo, Eric, what up, buddy, with the 5 gifted tier 1 subs? Dude, for a total of 40. Holy Toledos. What up, Eric? What are you typing on? I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. You're a legend and a scholar. I've got myself out of the sneaker hole. It's as expensive as keyboards. Yeah, and when you wear the sneakers, you wear them down. It's a big yikes. Huge yikes. I may have to go to the Container Store now. There goes Lol Stacks getting me to spend more money. Dude, it's pretty funny. The Container Store has a bunch of like super nice deals like these, but then they'll have like random shit that's very expensive. You gotta really pick and choose when you go there, I've realized. Jin Kim V2. I got the Santal 33 fragrance and the Aesop hand wash from your recommendation list. Love both so much. Oh, and I got the vitamin C serum. Dude, let's go. Yeah, I always keep this on my desk, the Santal candle. It's like just strong enough so where if I just keep it on my desk, I can kind of get little whiffs of it. But that vitamin serum, I'm using it right now. It's so amazing for the money. But give me one sec. I'm gonna grab a water and I'll be right back. Anyways, someone hijacked my stream for a second. There. Lols looks different tonight. What a visionary. Did you spill my board? No. Ryan makeover. Wadu. Yo. Didn't even notice Ryan was gone. I just been staring at that copper nest the entire time. Yo, what a legend. Scotterpop, just go in store or Nordstrom. Dude, I think even Nordstrom sold out. Let me take a look. This one's not Bluetooth. I still need to order some. I've been slacking pretty hard. Let's take a look here. Oh shit, yeah. Still in stock. There we go. 3 people viewing. Get the frick out of town. So it's in stock on Nordstrom, but I want to say it's sold out on a Labo. Yeah. Yo, what up, Will? First thing was checking for a spill on the keyboard. Copper Nest, so good. Yes, so we did get the copper ones in. We've QC'd all of them. I've been letting go of a couple of them to some people who are patiently waiting. But we will be having these on our website. We're currently, if I'm being super transparent with you guys, website is ready to go. We're just waiting on the finalization of our business with the state of California. That's always fun. So once that's finalized, we'll have our business account and we'll be ready to go. So they're in stock. They're already wrapped up and everything. But take a look here. So these are solid copper. I would venture to say it's heavier than you would imagine. Even if you think it's gonna be heavy, it's even heavier than that. So it's so heavy, in fact, that sometimes I'll be picking this one up and then I'll pick up the aluminum one and it'll just fly. I didn't know these were actually copper. Yeah, they are solid copper. Solid copper. It's a pound. Yeah, dude, it's heavier than a lot of keyboards. Basic white male, Copper Nest, too nice. Let's go, bud. Nordstrom was where I was talking about. I was thinking about ordering, but I don't have an option if it's sold out. Mr. Porter's legit too. I have spent way too much time and money on that website. I refuse to. I can't shop online. It's not good news. Can I have that one? You want to take mine? What up, Jeff? The only nickels in the handset trick, Jim? What? You should send that to Knee Deep. I was actually talking with Knee Deep, and I was gonna send some to him as well. We've been kind of chatting about maybe doing a Kaze weight, as well as Nest. The only issue is on the Nest, it's a little bit trickier, because it's kind of hard to get into all the grooves for the keycaps. It'll still turn out sick. Like the bottom will look dope. But it's a little bit harder to get into there, but I'm sure you can do something sick on the badge. So, anyways, here was your comparison. So this is the N9 from the Q100 board, and then here we have Boneyard. So I'll show you kind of the comparison. It's quite a bit different in person. Hopefully you guys can see that on stream as well. So we have Boneyard and then N9, L9, I think. So it's pretty different. It's pretty different. Boneyard has more cream, I would say. I don't think Boneyard would look amazing on the silver board, whereas I feel like the legends are white enough on this to look good. So. Mr. Porter, I've shopped there. It's unhealthy, right? I'm surprised no one's redeemed alcohol. This might be the longest we've ever gotten without alcohol redemption. McLovin X GSK Unicorn, bruh. Dude, what did you build yours with? What did you build your unicorn with? That's probably my third board to build. Do you want a drink? Dude, kinda. Is that bad? I also thought that, so we got Boneyard there. I did pick up, I was over at Makibo, and I don't know if I showed you guys this yet, but this was GMK Rouge. I redeemed already. Check started the stream? What? Ah, shit. So this was GMK Rouge. I think I might have showed you guys. It's pretty pretty slick. It's like purple and like a dark purple with a I'd say just dark purple, light purple. There was something very interesting though. It had I want to look this up because it had multicolored numbers. Let's see. GMK Rouge. I don't know if she's done her extras yet. Oh, it looks like she did do extras, huh? Because the numpad, dude, numpad's still in stock. I kind of want to grab that, but 60 bucks. Okay, so the base does have, dude, I opened it up and I looked at the numbers, the numero, and there were different colored for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I was like, dude, like, I had no idea that was part of the set. But let me go grab some alcohol and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. We're spicing it up. So we got GMK Rouge. I don't know what I'm gonna put this on. I feel like it would look good on maybe like a lilac board or an E-white board would look pretty good. You guys always try to liquor this man up. Dude, I don't really drink either other than streaming. It's pretty funny. So we're opening up our last bottle of Jinro Soju that Dr. Huru gave me from Tejas Subathon. What drink is that? Once a week don't hurt. I'd agree with that. I mean, it's not like we're getting plastered. I mean, it's probably the equivalent of having a couple beers with the boys, you know? K-soliddy witty. What up, Raz? Cheers. How dare they call it K's? The man is definitely a tank. Soju on its own without any soup or food is tough. Is it? I feel like soju's pretty damn palatable. This is my version of vodka Red Bull. It's soju coffee. I think you're just weak, bro. Yo. Yikes. So I've been changing up my setup a ton. I got new lighting. Hopefully you guys can tell it's quite a bit more lit on my desk. It's lit. I got Tony, aka Ramen Champ _. He was getting out of the streaming business, so I did get hooked up with his camera. So we can shout out to Tony for that. I think that's one of the reasons why it looks a lot better on stream. What else did I get here? I got a new microphone mount. F Tony. Let's pour a drink out for Tony. I loved watching his streams. That's a bummer, dude. Me too. I don't really. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't watch too much Twitch. But there are a few. I should say I'm very selective with who I watch on Twitch, and I only watch a couple streamers, and Tony was one of them. I'm gonna miss his push-up redeems, dude. I would do push-up redeems, but like, where would I do it? There's just a bed. All right. Oh, hey Raz, we're in or John, I think we're in just chatting. You want to move us to makers and crafting? Time to move your bed around, dude. Dumpy, stay strong. Let's go. So, what do we got here? It says makers and crafting, does it? That's weird. Huh. I guess it is. Alright, we're chilling then. But, so yeah, I got, you guys, I don't know if you guys have microphone booms, but I've had the Rode PSA 1 forever. It's a solid microphone boom. I really like it. It was just kind of older and it was making kind of like a squeaky noise whenever I moved it. I even lubed it and it helped a lot. But I was just kind of, it just felt a little bit janky. It doesn't sit super nice in the base that connects to the desk. It's a little bit wobbly. And so I 205 grade 0. I think I used some type of like grease similar to dielectric. Yo, what desk mat is that? This is the rubber hose desk mat. Speaking of which, in my head, whenever I saw his name, I always said Ruba Rose. Come to find out, it is indeed rubber hose. It says makers, cool. All right. But I did get the Elgato Wave microphone mount, and from what I've been using so far, it does seem to work a lot nicer. I like it. It's rubber hose. Oh no, yeah. So basically, this style of cartoon is not new, right? So this has been around for a long time. Tons of different artists kind of have used this type of style, and it's called rubber hose because the arms are almost like rubber hoses, right? So you can see his arms. All the movements are like rubber hoses, so that's why it's called like rubber hose cartoon. And he kind of did a play on words with rubber hose or Ruba Rose. So, anyways, Elgato's been making some super nice things lately. So yeah, that's actually why I got this mic mount, because I got the key light, which the key light is nice. It's pretty expensive compared to all the other key lights that are out there. There's a lot of cheaper ones out there, but I love the quality of how it mounts the desk. So I saw that the Wave had the exact same mount. So that's why I kind of went out on a limb. My Rode was fine, but I wanted to try this one out, and so far I do like it more than the Rode. Wow, today I learned your battery is, dude, this will stay on low battery for like weeks on end, so I think we're okay. Want to buy authentication card rough mat? What is that? Yeah, this one's a little bit rougher. I think I do like the rougher texture a little bit more. The rougher texture plays nice on camera as well. For some odd reason, like the normal like GMK set mats and stuff like that, they have this weird like matrixy pattern that shows up. It's a really flashy one. Oh, like super colorful one, right? I thought you changed back to your non-super light. I have the non-super light at work. Yeah, I still use a non-super light at work. I use a super light at home. I still think I like the non-super light more. So rough texture really grew on me as well. Yeah, I don't really game much, but I do find it is nicer for gaming. I did get turned on to maybe if Kirst is in here, he turned me on to a new mouse pad. So I always loved the Zowie, what is it, the GS1. But it got dirty pretty quick, I felt like. And sometimes they were kind of hard to get. So there's this new mouse pad. I have had multiple artisan mouse pads as well. The GSR, that's the one. I've had a bunch of artisan mouse pads. Some I hated, some I loved. But the one that is very similar to the GSR, let me grab it. Oof, it's this one here. And dude, I've been so impressed by this. So it's Outset Vaxu, I think. It looks pretty sick as well. That's a good size. This is probably my favorite mouse pad I've used. It's super nice quality. So that's kind of the update there. Yeah, it's the company that, yeah, exactly. So it's a company founded by the original Zowie people. The original Zowie people left and kind of made their own company. So if you notice, most of the mice look almost identical to Zowie's. Yeah, Vaxi, that's the one. So I really like the mouse pad, and it was pretty affordable as well. So anyway, All right. What else we got here? Yo! Kanekun Key. Looking good today, my dude. Yo, I appreciate that. Let's go, bud. I would say I've been messing around a lot. I know a bunch of you, I've done like a skincare routine thing with you guys a bunch, and some people still ask me for it, so maybe I'll do an updated one. But my skin's like all over the place when I change products. It's very like temperamental. Like if I use any like thicker creams, I feel like it clogs my pores and I break out, and it's like, so once I get something down, I stick to it. And I feel like my setup right now is meshes very well with my skin and my activity level. I still use good old 205 grade 0. Yo. Hey, my man, how are you? What up, ATO works, ATO works. Let's go, bud. I'm doing great. I have quite a backlog right now of keyboards to build. Thankfully, most of them are mine, so no one's really waiting on too many boards right now. Yo, what up, Kevin? Finally, after 10,000 years, I am free. Zekin, are you just now leaving work? Is that what you're referring to? Because I could have sworn you said you were heating up your car like hours ago. I'm using the same desk pad right now. Thought the stream was my setup for a second. Yo, what up, Zambarbone? No, I'm free from my nap. Oh, okay. Dude, it was one of those days, man. I got home and I was like, oh my god, I'm streaming in an hour. Can I physically take like a 20-minute nap, shower, shave my face, set up stream? No, I can't. So I skipped the nap today. So, sadly. Oh no, it's you. Oh no, 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 no. But yeah, so we are typing on the 378 tonight. I haven't typed on this board in a minute. I've been had a bunch of boards come in, so I've been giving them all some loving. But this is the good old faithful. I like this board so much that I ended up. This was the prototype, technically, that Zondat sent me to build. And I liked it so much. I am a silver person, but if you guys know me, I'm more of a red person. So I like the board so much that I'm actually in the red group buy. So I am waiting on that board as well. I'll probably just swap the internals into the red one, or maybe like swap the tops and bottoms. But I do like this board a lot. Noxery board's so nice. Agreed. They're just solid boards. You know what you're getting with Noxery. There's no surprises. The only surprise would be on the good side. I love that board so much. I hope to get one someday. Yo, all right, I'll show you kind of the. So yeah, it is a 65% with a macro on the left, right? So that's your typical 65%. It looks almost like a Noxery 268 from the top, right? Does the Zon board have a Zon ledge? Dude, I don't know. I don't remember. Did this board have a Zon ledge? I seriously don't remember. It's got a little rocker at the end right here. Kind of similar to, like a Keycap has this. A couple other boards have it, where you can kind of like rock it a little bit if you push on the top. I kind of like it. Dual V2 mount has on ledge. Yo, what up, Chonga? We'll take a look at the bottom here. So clean. No screws in sight. And no, they're not hidden underneath the bump-ons. Pretty sweet. I got my Leaf 65 last week. Dude, do I need to upgrade the Leaf 60 to Leaf 65? Chong, what are you typing on? All right. I think we should probably get to the build, huh? 40 minutes? Maybe we'll make a quick one. Still the midway. Damn. What color midway did you get? Yo, what up, HP DeskJet? I want that Noxery Topra. Dude, I know. It's, the Avia, but it takes, there's so many, like, parts that you have to buy. I think K Thrizzy is getting one, and he's got all the parts for it, so I'm going to type on his and see how much I fall in love with it. I didn't end up liking my Leaf 65. Interesting. Is it the same mounting as a Leaf 60? The Avia was looking sexy AF on Discord. Dude, it really is. The Real Force R1 is hard to find, at least for me. Yep. Some of the Real Forces are hard to find. Oblivion Gray. Okay, nice. Have you seen the Bias by Bion Lenja? Yes, I have. I actually built the bias. It was the R. I don't know exactly how he accounts for the rounds, but it was either R1 or R1.5 or something like that. It was the one where they were individual badges for your bias. But I built the Jisoo bias for K through Z. It was like the it had a brass weight and it was like kind of lilac colored. So I have seen it, I have built it. I think it's a little bit, the newest one's obviously different, improved upon, I think, than the one that I built. But the one I built, I loved it. Super nice board. So raffle soon, 100 units. Nice. Yeah, I think it was improved a ton, which, I mean, it already was a super nice board too, so that's kind of cool to hear. This bias will have stainless steel weight instead of brass. Nice. Stainless steel is always a plus for me. So we are building with Perestroika. This is gonna match the Nunu perfectly. So I don't know any other set that would kind of complement the board as much as Perestroika. And when I was in the Netherlands, Cone Roamers, who designed the set, gave me this. So luckily we're not gonna have to use shifts for the spacebar. We're gonna actually be able to use a proper set of space-bars for this board. So shout out to Cone once again for hooking me up with that. Made me fly all the way to the Netherlands to get it, but I think it was worth. Probably gonna have to pass too many upcoming keyboards. What's like a keyboard you guys are most excited about? I haven't been paying too much attention. I think the last GB that I joined was Cloudline. Last one was Cloudline. The Nest. Yo. The 378, the Tiger, and probably my F1. Nice. I've built the 378 and the Tiger. The OV. Let's go. Of course. OV for of course. What up, Zekin? Filled out GB for the ER Ghost? Ghost? Oh, is it an Ergo board? Lol. Herbologist. What up? The Tomu. Nice. Okay. When I was over at Tejas, I actually checked out the Tomu in person. He still had it from when he built it. So I checked it out, typed on it. Pretty cool board, for sure. I joined W1AT, so pumped. I think the W1AT looks amazing. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't looked super far into the mounting. Is it the same mounting as the Frog, or is it different? Yo, Min Kim, dude. Am I allowed to talk about the keycap I got, or no, Min? Or can I not? I have a funny story, but maybe I'll just tell you on Discord. It's, I go shoot, I gotta get a mineral. Okay. All right, remind me in like 5 minutes to go get a mineral. It's PCB mount? So it's PCB mount Frog? What? It's the same as Frog, but plateless. Okay. Okay. So I do love the Frog. I love the Frog. It's just slightly too, maybe a little bit too soft for me. My person. I love them. I mean, I would love to see how the Frog types if it were top mount. I would love that comparison. But for what it's worth, I love the Frog. It's slightly soft for me, but I still love it. So I'm curious to see how the W1 would type. I'm assuming without a plate, it'd probably be softer. Next GB I'm joining is for the Ocelot. Yo, dude, that freaking green Ocelot that Elaine posted. Oh my god, so sick, so sick. The LZ Ergos is supposed to be the successor to the LZ Ergo. Ah, gotcha. My Frog is on Alu right now and it's too stiff for me. It's like, here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So it's like, it's super hard to explain. I mean, when I go like this, it does bottom out. Like I hear it hitting the inside. of the case. So it's stiff. I would say it's flexing to the point of the bottom out, and then it's stiff, right? But it's just like, I think because the mounting points are soft, for me, it just feels like a soft typing experience, even though it has an aluminum plate. Yo, what up, Hedge? 14 months, let's go. But I love the frog. Obviously, you guys know me. If I don't like a board, I don't keep it in the collection. And I do love the frog. Looks great with GMK Terra. I even got like the mistletoe lat that's not supposed to match, but kind of does. But I love the frog, but there is reverb on this. So if you have typed on a frog or an F1, if you push down on the control and you hit like the top right one, you can kind of feel the reverb go all the way through the board, and you can feel it vibrate on the other end. Like a lot of other boards don't have that. Some people love it, some people don't like it. I'm indifferent about it. I think I'd be curious to see if the WT or W1 is identical, softer, harder. It'll be interesting. I love how it looks though. So even if I don't like how it types, I'm still gonna get it. GMK Pickle's still on it. Nice. Yo. How's your artisan collection going? Any Halloween caps? Dude, I don't really have much of this is like kind of my artisan collection. I don't have much. The only series I have are like the fulfillment ones. I've got like 3 bongos, nothing too crazy. Yeah, feeling that on the F1 right now. Yeah, so it's like it's very, the reverb is like a very fun typing experience. Very lively, very fun. But I guess maybe I'm just a little bit more traditional. 3 bongos, nothing much. Dude, get out of here, bro. Weird flex. Okay, dude. You guys talking on 3 bongos. You probably have more artisans than me. What up, Durock? Dude, can you please? These guys are making fun of me, bro. I won one of my bongos, and I paid aftermarket for these 2. So don't even at me. F2 is supposed to be less vibraty. Can't wait for mine. Nice. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked on the WT as well. What else you guys looking at here? Or the W1, sorry. W1. The Phoenix TKL. I haven't seen that one. OV so lit. Yes. So Zekken's coming out with the OV, which is kind of like a new and improved version of, if you guys have ever seen Irene. So I'm pretty hyped about that. That Type K, super hype. X60 V2, I want to say in the next couple months, Zondat's sending some of those stateside for us to build. Can't wait to see the wanted. Dude, the Halloween bongo was 250 bucks? Damn. Crazy. Damn, you got a command? Zekken, of course. Of course. I didn't even join the last bongo. Dude, how many did he make? Hello Caps must be raking it in with the money. Raking it in. Kohaku and Daji Ocho Quattro are also lit. Nice. Yes. Juan's a legend. Hebe X NRD when? Oof. Dude, I would love to do a Hebe nest and have an infill there. That'd be pretty sick. It's crazy because the 250 retail won't affect the aftermarket price, right? Over $1,000? Damn, dude. Damn. I've been seeing bongos come down a little bit though. A lot of the fruits are dropping into like the 300s. A couple of like the non-desirable colored ones are in the 300s. So they're definitely coming down. It's almost like a similar trend to what happened with like, man, you guys remember shishis? Dude, shishis were going for so much, especially the rare ones. And then after all the fulfillment sales and all that, they kind of got like, you know, a little watered down and then kind of petered off. But Hello Caps has not done a fulfillment yet, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I have a feeling once an artisan maker starts doing fulfillments, they kind of lose luster just a little bit. Like the Sirius, right? Anytime I ever saw a Sirius, I'm like, damn, that's so sick. Like, oh, I'd love to. Oh, I'm not paying $500. And then after the fulfillment sale, I'm like, all right, like I still really enjoy it. I was able to buy 2 of them finally, but I feel like they're just not as kind of premium anymore, even though they're still very rare, some of the colorways. So a lot of things came down, I've heard. Yeah, the market's kind of interesting right now, for sure. I think Min beat you to this color and plate combo on the Nunu. Can't wait. Call it the Min build. I'm also okay with you calling the Min stinks build. Wait, Min built this? I refuse to have my first bongo be aftermarket. I also am clean on buying any artisans at all aftermarket. Damn, that's impressive. Rubber hose artisans are hot right now. Yep. The Jason Kibi was sick, dude. Kibis are still pretty poppin' too. I love Kibis. I actually won this Dolce one, but I bought the Aurora one aftermarket, sadly. I really enjoyed watching aftermarket prices drop. Might dip my toes into the aftermarket for a few boards I want. Yeah, I've caught myself wanting to buy some boards because they're a good deal, and then I tell myself, do I actually want this, or am I just buying it because it's a good deal? So Min did an identical build. Since I pointed this, you should definitely go with Min Stinks as the name. I won't. He built it with Gateron Lions on Umwipe? Really? No way. Korean Beige went up for 90 and I missed it yet. Dude, Korean Beige is out of control. Out of control. So yeah, we are building with Gat Lions tonight. I don't think I've done a build stream with you guys yet with Gat Lions. I want to keep my invoice didn't go through, so it was re-rolled? Damn, that's unfortunate. Umwipe, yes, but not Lions. I guess we can ignore it. All right, it'll be different enough. Different enough. So we do have the Gat Lions. I thought that I liked Gat Yellow Springs, but I typed on these for a bit because they have Gat Yellow Springs, and they're like slightly too heavy on the top for me. So I did desolder them from another board, and I spring swapped them to 62 gram TX short. So I think they're gonna be perfect now. Did you see Gateron minks are gonna become a real thing? I did. Dude, I keep unplugging my keyboard. I should just get an HHKB Bluetooth for streaming, huh? Who was it? It was Chung. Yeah, Chung messaged me and said, getting some protos of Gateron giant minks done. Would you be interested in trying them out? So, I believe I'm gonna be getting, just like I got the, they're outside, but the Linny inks from Makibo, I will be getting the Gateron minks as well to try out. So, pretty stoked on that. We'll have a bunch of new switches to try out. 62 gram gang, let the go. Yeah. I like the new switches from Makibo. Yes, Popcorn is on top of her game, for sure, 100%. Copper Nest looking sick, can't wait. Dude, super happy with how it turned out. Super happy. Can I get a Hoya? What a babo. I gotta get Huru. Where's Huru been? Where's Huru? Still waiting for my A-stick Nunu pain? What is that? So we got Gat Lions here. Pop this up here for a second. Oof. Got Gat Lions. We got Perestroika. And let's check out the board. I have not typed on a Nunu in quite a while. Huru might have passed away after the Michigan State game this weekend. Dude. Rip. Ryan, my dude, it's good to see you. Yo, what up, Judge Bunny? I was gonna build with inks, but I don't know. I kind of want to try out these Gat Lions. So I think we're gonna switch it up. And you guys have seen me build a million boards with inks, so. Look at that. Stabs are already done. We do have an white plate, right? So this was by this was from Akarshi, who he's been super busy with like kind of real life stuff lately. He moved and graduated, a bunch of stuff, so he hasn't been as active in my Discord or on Twitch. But yeah, this was the legendary GB. But he did run these. He ran these for a bunch of people, a bunch of you guys in my server, and he took no profit. He kind of just was the liaison and coordinated everything. So shout out to Akarshi for doing that for everyone. This was from that GB, so we're gonna be building with that. Hey Ryan, you heard of the new Gateron box ink pinks? Thinking of buying a bunch. I have seen the Gateron box inks. I have not built with one yet though. Gateron's been coming out with some pretty sick switches lately. Oh damn, which PCB is this? So this is an Adelays by McLovin. It's been desoldered a bunch, so it's not the prettiest on the bottom. But this was the official prototype for him. You guys can see right here. There you go, Adelays. I snatched it from K3Z because I didn't have any PCBs, so we might have to test this first. If it doesn't work, we're doing a different build tonight. Let me test this real quick. What a nice dude. I know. Still remember that GB. Hope Akarshi is doing well. Got my own Nunu built with one of those plates. Dude, how do you like it? It's kind of annoying to build with an white plate because obviously with a flexible plate, it's really hard to get the switches to snap in. So you kind of take a little bit of effort, make sure all the switches are snapped in, but I think it's worth. Just undent it. Hello, my white plate was dented in shipping? Okay, Dennis. Okay, bud. All right, let's get a cable out here. Dude, I just realized I don't even have a freaking USB mini cable right now. This is the only USB mini cable I have. It's a Lindy, but I'm gonna have to, hang on one second. All right. If only I had a Limo cable with another end on it. I only have one Limo cable right now, and it's only USB-C. Yes, this is a nice chair stream. Okay, bud. He dropped his Pokimane photo card. Dude, I still have the K box that K3Z gave me with the Pokimane sticker on it. All right, here we go. How you doing, Ryan? Dude, I'm doing good. Doing good here. Hopefully, we'll be doing good if this PCB works. What up, Brandon? What up? USB-C is the future. Dude, I used to be a USB mini stan, but now I do place a decent importance on USB-C. Testing PCB, not living on the edge. Dude, so I didn't have any PCBs for my Nunu, and I was talking to Nick, and I saw this in his like cupboard. I'm like, dude, I need an Alice PCB for my Nunu. And he's like, bro, it's been desoldered like 6 times. And I'm like, does it work? And he's like, yeah. So I was like, so we'll try it out. Where's my mineral? Dude. I need to go grab it, huh? Okay, one sec. Let me test PCB and we'll grab the mineral. So Min, you know how you sent K Thrizzy the 2 keycaps, and he never gave me mine? They're still at our freaking PO box, and he never told me. So that's why I don't have it. I finally asked him about it, and he's like, "Oh, oops, it's at the PO box still." I'm like, "Bro, that shit's gonna be sent back." Because if you brought the mineral first, the PCB might not work anymore. Exactly. Is this a personal build? This is a personal build. Yes, I was in on the original group buy for this. A lot of people have built theirs, so I've been sitting on mine for a bit. Alright, well, I think we're cruising. Yeah, should be alright. Just added a PC half plate to my K order. Have you tried this board yet, Ryan? I did have a K. I had the full aluminum plate. And I really liked the K, for sure. No, nothing bad to say about the K. I like the K. I think it's a sweet deal. So GAT lines apparently use the KS3 mold, which is what Gateron uses for full nylon GAT yellows. I like full nylon GAT yellows. Yes, KS3 mold. They did just redo a bunch of their molds, so they are pretty damn smooth. A lot smoother than the old GAT switches. K with 90A is another level. Agreed. That's stiff boy. All right, so PCB works. I'm gonna go grab the a mineral for Min, and I'll be right back. Because we had a mineral redemption. Sorry, it's my first time streaming. Please forgive me. So, Min, you still better be here because I grabbed this especially for you. I went out into my garden and I have a bunch of rocks around the planter, and I grabbed this one for you. So what do you think of it? Zoom meetings flashback. Yo. Can you guess what mineral this is? Do you like... Rock. Good job. So this is celestite. So celestite is actually definitely more on the rare side. So if you guys are familiar, you've probably seen a lot of amethyst, right? So amethyst looks identical to this for the most part, but purple, right? There's also quartz, which would look like this, but clear. There's also citrine. So I won't get too into depth into it, but if you guys have seen citrine, it's that orange. So it's like kind of white with orange tips, almost like the bleached hair back in the day. You guys have probably seen it, right? That's technically not natural citrine. Natural citrine is pretty expensive. But what happens is, so if you had an amethyst, it would look very similar to this. Deep in the earth, basically, it gets so hot that it changes the amethyst from purple to like a yellowish orange. That's legit earth heated citrine. A lot of the citrine you'll see at like, you know, gem stores or shows or mineral places is not man-made, but man heat treated. So they'll actually heat treat the purple amethyst and then it'll turn orange. And then oftentimes they'll charge more for it, even though it's technically not natural. But you probably have never seen, unless you're into minerals, celestite, which is this one here. This one's pretty rare. It's like a light blue. I keep this one in my bathroom because it's just kind of like, gives me kind of like pure vibes, you know, like kind of peaceful massage room type vibes, right? Got a bunch of facets, so it kind of glistens quite nicely in the light. Celestite plate for Kaze, please? Dude. Yo, Wantagon! Subscribe to tier 1, welcome! What are you typing on? Rock Celestite nailed it, that's epic. Yo, what up, Justin? Peaceful vibes when you're taking a dump? Okay, dude. So we'll take one more quick look at this one. Pretty cool. Got some chonkers there. Right? There's your celestite.
Straight Edge HXC for life.
Yo, what up, GZ Prime? Straight hedge hardcore for life. Yo, dude. Thanks, Professor. You got it, dude. Will this help my impotence? 100%. 100%. All right, so we have our Gat Lions, we have our White Plate, we have our Adelays from McLovin. Let's check out the board. Shout out! Oh, by the way, shout out to Ash Keebs, right? So that's where this purple TX style bag is from. That's where I bought the Gat Lions as well. So if you guys are looking to get some Gat Lions, I couldn't find any in the US, unless I'm just terrible at using Google. So I ended up buying these from Ash Keebs, which is in Canada, but the shipping was pretty cheap, so it was definitely doable. I recently built a black windkeyless key coat #1 with Sandstorm. I'm in love, dude. I would be in love too. Sandstorm, oof. That's a set ran by Krellbit Switch Mod, Stinky Boy, and that was a set that, in my opinion, looked way better in person than online. When I first got my Sandstorm, I was like, damn, like this is very nice. One set that I kind of wish I never got rid of. But yeah, and Midori brought over his Key Colt #1 Rev 2. He brought it over, what was that, yesterday? 2 days ago? And I typed on it for the first time. Super nice. So I can confirm the Key Colt #1, although the wait time was pretty insane, it does live up to the hype. So, what up, Ninja Pirate? Not by Darude, dude. What is the size of your desk? Dude, that is a fantastic question. I could tell you, but I'd have, no, I don't have a keyboard plugged in, so I can't look it up. It's the, it's made by BDI, so BDI, and it's the standing desks, if you want to look it up. So, here we are. So although this does come with a very nice aluminum plate, and generally speaking, I prefer aluminum, For some reason, I'm not a huge fan of aluminum plates in these Alice style boards, other than the Aburaya. But it was that's an anomaly because it was a 3.5 millimeter plate. This one is a traditional 1.5 plate, so we're gonna be swapping it out for the unwipe. Yes, mine is Rev 2 long wait. Nice. So you won it from the raffle then. That's sick. Yours is the big one, right? Let's take a look. Yes. So I have the one that I have is the chocolate stained walnut. No. Yes. No. I have the stained ash. Stained ash. Yep, that's my desk. It's a big one. I don't have the dude. I hate keyboard trays. Who uses a keyboard tray? You could add on a keyboard tray, but I didn't because I despise keyboard tray. Like you can't even. How are you supposed to aim? Like you can't even move your mouse. So, but it does have that pretty cool like cable management system underneath too. So, yep, that's the desk I'm using. That looks like Burgundy. It's amazing. Dude, this really pops. Trust you don't want to use that plate anyway. Switch cutout fillets are 1 millimeter and will cause you great pain with... Dude, really? Oh, shit. Let's take a look. I can just tell how round they are by looking at them. Yeah, that's not even gonna go in. Okay, bud. Who made this plate? Can confirm had pain with GATs on the aluminum. Gotcha. Yo, Volacious8 subscribe with Prime. Dude, let's go. What are you typing on? I always have to, for subs, I always have to ask what board you're typing on. I love hearing the different boards. Keyboard trays are the stupidest things. Agreed. I'm trying to get my house anode that color, but can't find a vendor in the... Oh, house. Haas. Well, what color is yours now? Do you remember what we are typing on though? For the most part, I remember. I think. So, anyways, let's get this plate taken out. Here's the bottom. Super nice. So you have that polished weight with the sandblasted in the middle. Don't mind my streaks on there. Pretty cool. Right. Side profile here, pretty standard. The ano on this is super nice. There's really not any mismatch on this one. Pretty damn perfect in my opinion. Is that SS or aluminum? I believe it's stainless steel. Silver house is nice. Ah, dude, the silver house is nice, especially with the brass. But I mean, I would never say no to red. Red's sick. Yeah, it is stainless. So, all right, let's take the plate out. Red is cool, but monochrome is life, dude. Has anyone which BDI desk? It's the we had it linked a little bit earlier. It's that the sequel 6152. I actually bought this desk, believe it or not, on Craigslist. Some dude bought like 4 of them for his it was like a photo editing, video editing company. And I think it was like right before COVID. So he bought them for his office space, and then everyone went to working from home. So he had like 4 of them for sale on Craigslist, and I ended up buying it on Craigslist. It was still very expensive, but this desk is so nice. It wasn't even that much more expensive than other like generic standing desks either. I want to say I got it for like $850 or $900, which is really not bad. Yo, Sende. Subscribe to tier 1. Dude, we have a bunch of new subs today. What are you typing on? Fallacious is typing on a MacBook Pro right now. I have a suit and a Whale 75. Dude, speaking of suit, that was one board I almost bought today. I don't know. I think it looks pretty sweet. It was a red windkeyless suit. It was on Mech Market for, I think it was like $690, which I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty reasonable. How does this suit type? I honestly have not even watched one stream on it yet. That thing's super nice. I can't find any retailers near me though, and shipping it costs a fortune. Damn. So many good used office stuff in Cali because of all the failed startups, dude, right? There's like $300 Aerons left and right. You need a 12-month sub badge now, Ryan. Yo, do I not have one? Dude. What? That's crazy. I don't have a 12-month sub badge. Dude, I remember when I was making sub badges. Sorry, when Huru made my sub badges. Huru made these, by the way. I told Huru when I first started streaming, I was like, dude, I don't have any sub badges. Can you help me make some? And so he just took the Kaze logo and changed the colors in Photoshop. But he made my sub badge, and I remember I was like, dude, why would I even put like, I think, what's the white one, like 6 months? I don't even know. I was like, damn, that's so far out. So that's pretty funny. I'll work on that. I need to write that down. Raz, John, remind me. It should be red. Dude, like a bright red. I have a standing L desk, real pricey, but very much worth it. Nice. So you got a bunch of real estate with that one. I'm here to joke your ass, dude. Went all in on the W1AT last Thursday. I'm stoked. I can't wait. Dude. Is the group buy still open for that board? This one. For all of us who are 13 and 14 month subs, dude. I heard the typing is inconsistent. Really? Dude, how's the weather like? What's the weather like? Where you guys are at? It's like cold outside, but I'm so hot in here. And if I don't want to open up the window and all my neighbors are gonna watch me streaming, that'll be embarrassing. Fallacious says, mine is the blue. I love it. I have some sort of clicking going on in the left shift stab. Interesting. Too many meme cuts. Okay. Yeah, until the 6th, I believe. Okay, cool. Oh, so I got some time then. I got some time. I want to freaking enjoy right now. What's that? It's 40 degrees every morning in New Jersey. Highs of 60, 70 in Austin. Dude, it's like, what's it like here? Dude, here it's like, the lows are in the mid 50s and the highs are in the 70s. So it's like, I really shouldn't be complaining, but here I am. I have thin skin apparently here, living in California. The Navy W1AT with GMK Hander beige and colored relegibles on the macro column. Oof. Hander beige looks pretty sick. It's 40 in Michigan. 37 here. Barely got above 45 today. Damn. Zach, did you end up buying like a? Well, you already had like cold weather clothes, right? You didn't have to buy anything new, right? 60s with light rain. Dude, I miss the rain. I wish it would rain here. I say I miss the rain even though I never lived in a rainy spot. I just love it when it rains. Did you cop Hander beige? Dude, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember the last time I joined a GMK group buy. It's just, the wait time is just too long for me. Hope Hander beige hits mock. Has it not hit mock? I've always lived in places with full winter. Nice. Okay. Low temps are honestly not that bad until you get wind mixed in. The only time I really don't like cold weather, or one of the things is I have a bunch of cold weather clothes, but I hate it when you bundle up, then you go inside, you got to take it all off, then you go back outside, you got to put it on again. It's just, I hate the layering and unlayering. It drives me nuts. Imagine joining in on a GMK group buy, just pay extras price. Dude, that's, I mean, I'd be lying if I said that's not me right now. I would rather just pay more when it comes, to be honest. Or buy it on pre-order when it's a little bit closer. The build started before 2 hours. What is this? Dude, I know, right? I think I started too early. No one knew I was streaming because I started before my my time. Wind will absolutely wreck you. Dude, that is one thing I noticed when I was in Copenhagen. No matter how warm your layers are, if you don't have if you have an outer layer that the wind can penetrate, it doesn't give a shit about your down or your warm or your waffle weave, whatever the frick you're wearing. If you don't have a windbreaker on, the wind just goes straight through it. So I noticed that pretty quick. So I do have a super nice windbreaker now that I can put on over all my down stuff. I remote started my car before I left work today. It was pretty, dude, I remember you said that. That's hilarious. My girlfriend surprised me with DualShock Round 2 for my birthday. Probably my favorite set. DualShock looks amazing. I agree with that. I would agree with that. Is that what's do you just have one board, the key code, or are you putting DualShock on another one? I still haven't taken the plastic off my Nunu and it's been built for dude. You're one of those, huh? Dude, I used to have a friend like that. Like, dude builds like a $3,000 keyboard and not keyboard. Dude builds like a $3,000 computer and he just has like, I forgot what case he had. It was a really expensive case and he had that like plastic film on it and it's like peeling off all the edges and shit. And like every time I went over, like, dude, can I please peel this off? Like, no, it's gonna get scratched. Like, bro, it's like already like, it looked like crap. It looked like absolute crap. And every time I went over there, I wanted to peel it off. Like, dude, you have a $3,000 computer and like, it looks like you just like stuck on like a big ass clear sticker. So anyone that keeps that shit on, like, big yikes. What up, day and night? Daddy give me toe pics? What? Dude, how you been? Haven't seen you in a while. I grew up in Missouri and folks in California look at me like I'm nuts because I wear shorts until it's 35. Dude, our headquarters for my company is in Minnesota, and without fail, every time I call someone back in corporate, I said, "Oh, hey, this is blah blah, and I'm in California," and they're like, "Oh, how's the weather out in California? It must be nice with all your palm trees and the beach, and is it the 75 out?" Oh, well, and then they tell me, then they go like on a huge rant about how it's snowing there and they can't go outside, and they have to take the skyways, and they got, you know, snow plow and all this shit. I'm like, every single time I call someone at corporate, they make fun of me for living in California. But I do love their accents. Their accent is pretty funny. Come through. Oh, dude, I forgot. I should. Our headquarters is in Twin Cities, next to that big ass, what is it, Mall of America or something like that? Is that the right one? I remember. So I went to Minnesota for. I've been there a couple times for training, and it was insane. Like I talked to you guys about this before. Like everything is connected with these like skyways. So like I'm in my hotel, but it's connected to the mall with like this like skyway, which is like an enclosed bridge. So you never even have to go outside. It's kind of crazy. Mall of America is here. Nice. Come on, don't be like that. Pass them. I know you got them. Why did I just read it like that? I have a Thermal Plus and Salvation on the way. Nice. There you go. That's my dad to take it off ASAP, right? Bro. I have this story. I just remembered. Dude, I literally, okay. Remind me, I'm gonna go use the little boys' room real quick, but remind me when I get back to tell you guys a story about when I worked at Apple. Oh, okay, we're back. Wolves, you need to tell someone to sell me Wob Hongle. Dude, every freaking Hongle set right now is through the freaking roof. What happened? What the frick happened? Quick question for chat. Do you think it's weird to eat out at restaurants alone? Dude, no. Okay, I have a challenge for you guys. I have a challenge for you. Go to a restaurant, order food by yourself, and eat the food by yourself without going on your phone one time. See if you can do that. I know it sounds stupid, but honestly, it's the weirdest feeling. Just like order your food, sit down. While you're waiting for your food, don't go on your phone. You're gonna feel like, just, I try to do that. It's the weirdest feeling. I've had plenty of people try to talk to me in movies, and it's infuriating. My brother included. Dude, I had friends like that. Will not stop talking during the movie. I cannot stand it when people are talking during the movie. Modern man's torture. Hey Ryan, tell us about the time you worked out. Yo, what up, Timmy? I knew I had you as a friend for a reason. But then I'd have to talk to all the women that are in there checking me out. Yo, get a load of this guy. I don't even bring my phone into restaurants with me. Obscure, are you over the age of 50? I'm kidding, that's sick. I applaud that. I applaud that. Whenever I go out to eat, I always leave my phone on the table, but I can't do it while waiting. I know, dude, it's ridiculous. So anyway, 35, okay, all right. So anyway, try and do that. It's the weirdest feeling. Cause I almost feel like whenever I do that, I'm like up to no good. I'm like, I feel like I should be doing something like, but I end up just like observing people. And then I feel like I'm like staring at, do you guys like talk to yourself in your head a lot, or is that just me? Like, should I be looking at this person? Oh wait, they're looking at me. Do they think that now I'm looking? I feel like I'm like an undercover cop, like just sitting there, no phone, just like. I feel like they probably think something's wrong with me. I talk to myself in my head plenty. Some people do not have internal monologues. Dude, I've heard that before. I don't get that. I don't get that. Like, does their subconscious just like have action and no thought? Who doesn't? So when I worked at Apple, I'm gonna put these K screws back in because I always fear. Here, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna take these out. Please remind me that there's no screws in here. No thoughts, just action. Ready for action. I know I put it here somewhere over the rainbow. Oh, I put it in the. Oh. Special Agent Ryan, let's go. Hey, there are no screws in there. Yo. There are videos of people who have had full-blown existential crisis because they realize they don't have a voice or really their voice in their head. So what do? Sitting on a bench at a mall and people watching and then making up backstories for people with your friends is one of the most fun things ever. Chad, what a freaking Chad. Let's go, bud. He knows so much about keyboards from bugging them? Wow. Okay, Apple story. I'll let you guys take a look at the inside of this while I tell my Apple story, and then I'll kind of touch on the little details. Look at these freaking screws. These are the tiniest little button head screws I've ever seen, or countersunk screws. We haven't started yet, have we? Also, hi, Ryan. Yo! The man, the myth, the legend. Huru, I was just talking about you. I said, you know what? We're on our last bottle of Jinro Soju that Huru gave me. And then I talked about how I missed you because I haven't seen you in a while. It's a wildly interesting subject. Have you met anyone that didn't talk to themselves? I don't know if I've ever met someone like that. What flavor do you have? This is just the traditional flavor. It's like a little bit higher in alcohol percentage. What is it? Almost 17%. Nothing to shake a stick at. But anyway, so when I worked at Apple, for 2 years. I worked at Apple for 2 years while I was in college. It was my college job. Great college job. Like, nothing bad to say about working there. I loved it there. Funny enough, actually, like years later. So when I worked at Apple, they had this some sort of like a lawsuit. Yo, Torin, 8 months, high school, straight edge. Let's go, dude. If you didn't go to hardcore shows when you were in high school, you're missing out. Like years later, afterwards, they had some weird thing where yo, Bonaparte, the 1 year, dude. Let's go, Bonaparte. You gotta tell people about your frickin' adventure with slander. But as beauty burns the ashes at the church, dude. People were getting like frickin' broken noses from people doing the elbows. But no, bro, no way, it happened. Stick to your, dude, I was listening to Stick to Your Guns today. I was going on like an old emo hardcore bender. My adventure was great. New York was so cool. Scott is real homie. So if you guys remember, during my subathon, which was about, oh my God, that was like a year ago, wasn't it? Was that a year ago? I can't remember. Time flies. So Scott from Slander, he's a DJ, if you guys are into EDM at all. So that was a year ago? Damn. Was that a year ago or is it summer? I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Don't quote me on that. It probably wasn't a year ago. Anyway, so Scott was over during the subathon and he said that the top, what was it? The top 2 or top 3? It was April. Okay. All right. Never mind. I'm an idiot. But anyway, Scott was over. He was during the subathon for like maybe like 2 hours. He was here. Total homie. And he said the top 2 or 3 gifted subs get to go to any Slander show of their choice. It could be, you know, Escape. It could be EDC. It could be like a special show, whatever. And dude, okay, I'll talk to you a little about this little Bonaparte. Anyways, so Lil Bonaparte was one of the winners, and I believe it was his birthday in New York, and he hit up Scott. I told Scott, yo, this is the winner, blah blah blah, and he went to the Slander show, saw Slander, got a picture with Scott, talked about keyboards with him. It was pretty sick. So anyway, I'm super happy that came to fruition. But Lil Bonaparte, who you're talking about is his VJ, right? So there's DJs and then there's VJs, right? So DJ is obviously like a disc jockey. They do the music. Then there's also a VJ, which is a visual jockey, right? So they do all like, for EDM, if you guys are into EDM at all or going to shows, a lot of the time, if you pay attention, the visuals are like, there's a lot of effort that goes into the visuals. And so my buddy Kevin, who's the VJ for Slander, he's into anime and he puts anime scenes into the visuals, and it's like, it's epic. Like, it's almost like I don't even look at the stage, I just look at the visual. It's amazing. So that's really funny that you said that, Little Bonaparte, because I'm gonna tell Kevin. He comes into chat every once in a while, but I'm gonna tell him that you liked his set. I had backstage passes with pizza and beer with the crew too. Yo, okay, that's sick. Cause I saw you post picture with Scott, and I was gonna post it on my story, but then I realized it was your like personal private account, so I didn't want to post it. But I'm super stoked that you were able to go backstage. That's sick. But yeah, so his VJ Redline is his name. If you haven't checked him out, VJ Redline, his name's Kevin. He's a homie. Epic, epic, epic visuals. So, can Kevin be my friend and send me the visuals so I can get drinking and watch them all day long? And can you post it? I'll send it to you. And you can post it, I'll send it to you. Nice. Dude, follow him. I think, I want to say his Instagram is VJ Redline, if you want to check him out. But yeah, Kevin's a homie for sure. So I'm super happy that worked out. Chonga, What about me? Chonga, you still have to redeem yours. Dude, I'm waiting for you to tell me what show you want to go to. Bonaparte was the winner with 780 subs. Dude, what a freaking legend. Do you have a favorite concert you've been to? Dude, I don't know. Was it 780? Dude, that seems too high. No way it was 780. No. No, that can't be right. Bro, he does the visuals for Nightmare too. Bro, so didn't I tell you the whole story about Nightmare? Yeah, he does the visuals for Nightmare and Slander. Do you have a favorite? Dude, I don't know my favorite concert. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Dude, I didn't tell you the story about Nightmare. So, okay, so real quick, Slander is Derek and Scott. My brother was in the same fraternity as Derek and Scott. Derek was actually my brother's big bro in the fraternity. So he was roommates with him. I was also roommates with him. So we got pretty close over the years. I've been to I don't know how many Slander shows. Anyway, long story short, Derek went to a DJ school called Icon, which is a pretty like well-known DJ school, and Tyler, aka Nightmare, also went to that same school, and I think that's where they met. And so I remember, I've told this like plenty of times, so sorry if you've already heard this, but I remember like there's like always usually like the same crew that would go to all the Slander shows, and Tyler was always like in that crew. This is like way before he became big as Nightmare. He had some like other name that it was like a funny name, not even close to Nightmare. But I remember I think Slander told him that it was T-Mare, which is his like name because his name's Tyler. And they ended up telling him, dude, bro, you gotta change your name to like something that's like more legit. So he changes it to Nightmare. But all the while we're going to all these shows, and Tyler was like backstage with all of us, but he was just like kind of doing some like small songs, stuff like that. And I remember Slander's manager was like, dude, like you see that guy over there, like Tyler, like dude, he's gonna blow up, just wait, like he's gonna be pumping out some crazy shit, like he's gonna be just as big as Slander. And at the time he had like nothing out, and so then eventually he kept doing banger after banger after banger. So then Nightmare became super popular. He's like on the radio and stuff now, and he's crushing it. But yeah, so pretty close with. At one point I was pretty close with him as well. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah. So Kevin, so Nightmare and Slander are under the same manager, and they both use Kevin for the visuals. So hopefully that makes sense. Sorry for the rant. But anyways, so yeah, that's the connection with VJ Redline and Nightmare. So we are putting Perestroika on this. Also, we need to get Scott to a keyboard meetup in Cali. Bro, he lives in LA. For sure, I'll invite him to the next one. So, we are actually going to be building, I've said this before too, we're actually going to be building Scott's Kaze in a couple weeks. So he's going to come over and he's going to build his Kaze along with my brother's going to build his Kaze. So Scott will be building his first keyboard, and his first keyboard that he's going to build is going to be the Kaze, and I'll have him on stream. So that'll be pretty cool. I'll fly out and buy the first round of shots. Dude, legend. Legend. All right. I'm gonna put a little. I'm one of those weird people that turns the air on and then puts a jacket on. Hang on. All right. Okay, so let's take a look here at. I forgot we were building a keyboard. All right, so top case. Pretty basic, nothing too crazy going on here. We do still have that USB mini, right? So there are no Nunus that have USB-C yet. I don't know if they're ever coming, I don't know, but it is USB-C. This does use a traditional Alice style plate, right? As well as a traditional Alice PCB. Ano's fantastic. There's no weird anode leaking around here, so that's pretty cool. No galaxies, right? They are not. I didn't think so. So there's the top case. As far as the bottom case goes, kind of cool. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but the Nunu has a mini Zahn ledge only in the middle right here, right? So normally the Zahn ledge goes throughout the entire case. This one was just in the middle here. We do have holes for the stabs, it looks like, right there, as well as the switch pin, or maybe LEDs, one of the two. Switch pins. We also have some tiny screws here, right? So this is the Nunu FE, the aluminum one. These screws are holding on this. I don't even really want to call it a weight. It's more of like a back plate, right? It's super small, as you can see, super thin. The Nunu is insane thin, right? So the board's not too heavy, but I wouldn't say it's a light board. It feels nice, right? We do have alignment tabs on the sides, none on the top, just on the sides here. That's pretty much all there is to it. So I'm gonna toss this up here. The Nunu is super hot, yes. Me personally want to trade PC Nunu for aluminum Nunu. I was just gonna say, I had a PC Nunu as well. I personally think the aluminum one sounds better than the PC one. What is the name of the plates, and does it come with its PCB? Yo, what up, Hubert? The board does not come with the PCB. Does not come with the PCB. It comes with aluminum plate, but we are not using the aluminum plate. We are using an wipe plate. Smoke PC does look sick though. It does. It does. Any Mix 65 avail? I think that my next build is gonna be the Mix 65. So that'll be my next build. Yo, what up, Nick? And we got Nico in here. Let's go, bud. Oh, everyone's showing up now. Dude, I streamed too early. What up, Gnarly Charlie? All right, so let's see how much of a pain in the butt this is gonna be to put the switches in. I usually hate building an unwiped plate. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's not bad, dude. It's not bad. The worst thing is building with a soft plate with legless switches. So thankfully these ones have legs. Yo, so Bonaparte just sent me this picture. This is him at the Slander concert with Scott. Check it out. Such a legend. Hopefully he didn't give me shit for his kaze taking forever. I'll repost it on my Instagram. He did? Oh god. His my other buddy, his photographer that goes to all the shows gives me shit too. He's like, bro, when's my board coming? I have mine built up with inks on unwipe right now, but I want to hear the same build in aluminum. There's always the one switch that wants to pop out. Dude, right? Nate, oh dude, you met Nate too. Damn, bro. I think, what are you, like better friends with them now than I am? It seems like you've been welcomed into the family. When in doubt, chopsticks. Dude, I usually use this spudger to pop it up. Speaking of which, you guys never reminded me again about my Apple story I was gonna tell you. How was your Halloween, my guy? Dude, I'm getting freaking old. Like, Sandy doesn't like scary movies. I couldn't even get her to watch Goosebumps. So, what did I do? I forgot what we did, but it was like comical. It was nothing Halloween related. Did I go? I went to the freaking Container Store. I think I went to the Container Store. I did. I went to the Container Store and I got Din Tai Fung. And then we watched this freaking. We watched this pottery series on. I think it's on Netflix. It's like the Great British Bake Off, but it's for pottery. Yeah. The girl at the Container Store was like, "Oh, so do you have any fun plans tonight?" I'm like, I was like, "Yeah, we're going to get dinner and then we're gonna watch TV." And she's like, "Oh, I'm hosting a party." I'm like, "Wow, way to show me up." Dude, I said it like 3 times. Was it Din Tai Fung bussin'? Dude, Din Tai Fung is always bussin'. If you're not getting Din Tai Fung to go, you are missing out. That line is way too long to wait in for a table. You gotta get it to go. They're super efficient with it to go. Scary. Michael, we still gotta watch the Goosebumps. We're gonna force Sandy to watch it. Best advice I can give for building a soft plate is get yourself an iFixit kit. The opener tool makes a perfect fulcrum to lift the plate so the switch sits flush. Not interesting. Skunkish. Oh, hey. Oh, yes, Apple. Yes. Ryan gaslighting us over reminding him. Yo, okay, thank you, bro. I need this for my Apple story. I'm sure you drank at the Slander concert, so I'm just trying to catch up now. Cheers. All right, so can you ship me some Din Tai Fung, bro? There's Xiaolongbao and the shrimp wontons. So good, so good. I just did the Neo 87 GB form. Hopefully I cop. Dude, what is that? Should I be looking it up? What's a Neo? Other than only Neo I know is from Neo Genesis or Matrix. Chili oil dude. I'm obsessed. Okay, I am obsessed with chili oil and Szechuan, bro. Like, there's this place called I love Szechuan now. I'm obsessed with it. Like Szechuan lamb, amazing. Okay, stop freaking. Stop. Okay, Apple story time. So, okay. Apple story. Right. So, back in the day, I worked at Apple. I worked at Apple for 2 years. I loved it. Nothing bad to say about Apple. Like, so much so that they even had some like weird lawsuit where they like overworked us. Right? They overworked us and didn't give us the proper breaks and stuff. So afterwards, I didn't choose to be in the lawsuit, but I got this thing in the mail that was like, oh, like, we want to give you X and X amount of money. It wasn't like a ton of money, but it was like, because Apple like didn't give you proper breaks and shit. I actually didn't even, I don't think I even, I want to say I just like threw it away. It was like 150 bucks or something. But I was like, no, dude, like, I liked working there. I don't want to like, maybe I cashed it. Okay, this is beyond the point. I don't remember at this point. This is not the story. Anyway, bro, these are not sticking in. Dead gun it. No, it wasn't like a check. It was like a contact our law firm to like claim your money that's owed to some bullshit like that. Speaking of which, do you store keycap stabs, etc. in your drawer too? This is how I keep my my stabs. Okay, the story. Right. So the story was, while I was working at Apple, you guys, I mean, you deal with people from all different walks of life. Like, you have super rich people that literally will just walk in and be like, I want the top of the line MacBook Pro for like $4,000. Can I buy it right now? And I'd be like, oh, like, you know, like, what are you gonna use it for? Like, is this for work? Oh, I'm just gonna be using it for like my photos and the internet. I'm like, oh, like, you know, maybe you don't. No, I want the top of the line. Top of the line. Like, you just had people like that. And like, so it's, and then you had people who are like, oh, like, I want to apply for like the Barclay, like, I want to finance this with this and that. And then it's just like people from all different walks of life, right? You had like old people, young people, people from all different races, all different backgrounds. So it was kind of fun to work there because I feel like it helped me a lot with customer service, and being able to be like relatable. But sorry, I have to focus just a little bit here. But you dealt with on that same rant. You dealt with a lot of smart people, but okay, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to put some more of these in. Top of the morning, yo. Your stream is always a fun one, dude. I hope so. My fingers are gonna be hurting after this. I might have to pop this up. Oh, should I do it? It's doing that thing where, oh. Okay. Let me try and get these in and then I'll try and pop them up after. So, dude, I can't multitask, bro. I'm okay. I'm just gonna tell a story. I can't multitask. I'm very sorry. I probably shouldn't be a streamer if I can't multitask. But okay, so basically what happens was you're dealing with people from all different walks of life, super smart people that get it, and then super really dumb people, super rude people, super nice, demanding, whatever, right? So, given that, while I was working there, I told myself, I was like, I need to keep a journal of all of these hilarious like demands, experiences, things that happen. I didn't keep a journal. I was gonna rely on my memory, but I forgot most of my stories. And but randomly I'll remember when I'm talking about shit. So we were talking about screen protectors, right? Or rather the plastic things that come on electronics. So you know how you have the yo, Akarshi. I was just talking about you. Bro, I'm building with your plate. And you're haunting me. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, dude? So, most electronics with the screen come with like a plastic thing that you peel off, right? So, I'll be honest with you guys, I was one of the best at putting on screen protectors, right? So, I was super meticulous. I used the sticker to take off all the dust. I aligned it perfectly. Like, everyone in the store, whenever they wanted a screen protector put on, they'd come to me. Anyway, there were also people at the store that were very bad at it. Like, they would literally, like, you'd buy a phone, you'd buy a screen protector, and they would just, like, slap it on there. There's, like, dust particles and shit everywhere. And then the person would be like, the customer wouldn't be happy, and the customer would be like, hey, like, you know, I asked you to put this on for me. And so then they have to go to a manager, and the manager would say, like, oh, like, dude, this looks like crap. Like, okay, we'll buy you a new screen protector. Like, just don't put this one on. Long story short, there were a couple bad apples that were bad at putting on screen protectors. And then they came out with a policy saying that we weren't allowed to put them on anymore. So then I was like secretly putting on screen protectors for people. Like, they'd be like, oh, can you please put this on for me? Like, I don't know how to do it. And I'd be like, I'm not allowed to. And then like, please, please, please. So then I'd take them, I'd like, follow me. So then I'd go into like the corner of the store and I'd act like I was like at a table, like showing them something. And then I'd like put the screen protector on for them. Anyway, I was the screen protector guy. But I was always good at it. So I never got in trouble, even after we weren't allowed to put screen protectors on. So where I'm going with this is, bro, I paid for a screen protector and the guy in the store put one on the wrong phone and didn't refund me? Bro, exactly. There's a lot of smart people at Apple, but there's also a lot of, you know, anyway. So, when you first buy an iPhone, it comes with a plastic screen protector, but it's more for just like being in the package, right? And it goes around the whole phone. It has like a tab on it at the bottom, right? It has like a tab. So you peel that off. You peel off the screen protector, and then you put on a real protector, or you just keep it naked, right? Well, there was this one lady that came in, and she comes up to me and she's like, if you ever go to the Apple store, just like have a little bit of respect. Like, don't go, my phone's broken, fix it. Like, I literally would have people come like, my phone's broken, fix it. I'm like, do you have an appointment? No, I don't need an appointment. Fix my phone. I'm like, okay, anyway. Comes up to me, fix my phone. I can't hear anyone when I'm on the phone. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, when I'm on the phone with someone, they can hear me, but I can't hear them. I'm like, that's weird. Like, maybe your speaker is broken. Maybe you're like, your microphone's working, but your speaker's broken. And she's like, I don't know. Like, I just bought the phone. It should work. And I'm like, okay, like, let me take a look at it. So I look at the phone, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, like, she's got a screen protector on here. And then I'm like looking at it, and then it dawned on me, like, it was a perfect screen protector, but in the bottom it was like cut right here. And I was like, oh my God. She cut the tab off and tried to use the stock film that protects the screen, but it doesn't have a cutout for the speaker. So she would, I literally look at, I just spit on my phone. I literally look at it, and I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. Like, so I literally like, man, like, you gotta take off the stock screen protector. It doesn't have a speaker cutout. You have to buy an actual screen protector. So anyway, we're talking about screen protectors, so it reminded me of that. And needless to say, I fixed her phone. But most of the time, like, I have literally like tons and tons of those stories where it was something like so stupid. But anyway, like, the worst part about those ones is like half the people are like, oh my God, like, I'm an idiot, like, I can't believe I did that, like, thank you so much. And then the other half are like, seriously? I drove all the way down here for you to just take off that? Like, I could have just done that at home. I'm just like, then why didn't you? So anyway, half the people will get like mad at you if it was an easy fix. But I'll try and think of other stories, but that one reminded me of it. All right, back to this torturous build. Maybe she wanted her phone to ring quietly, Ryan? Dude, that's why they're silent. Did you ruin her screen protector? Yeah, bro. Is it really as high as half would get mad? Dude, yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. Yeah. Well, I told you guys a story about the lady who like took a screenshot of her phone and she thought her phone was frozen, so she drove all the way down to the Apple store and like she took like 30 screenshots and they were all in her photos. And so like no matter what photo you went to, it was her wallpaper, and she kept saying like, my phone's frozen, my phone's frozen. I'm like, and I had to like explain to her like, your phone's not frozen, you're looking at a screenshot in your photos. So like, there's tons of stuff like that. But anyway, actually the first time I ever heard about
Nunu, let's go.
Yo, James, let's go. What up, bud? Prime for 3 months. Bro, I don't know. We're having a problem area here. Just dropped in. Did you used to work at Apple? I did. I worked at Apple for 2 years. Problem is, I can't even take the plate out. Sorry guys, this is gonna be a little bit of a struggle bus. When I used to work in IT support for a high school, I had 3 tickets that said my computer's broken, can I get a new one? And when I walked to the office, none of them were plugged in. Dude, yes. Yes. Bum wipe kind of tilting sometimes. I know. I did this to myself, but the sound is worth. Yo, next mech. Thank you for the follow. Same, used to work at Apple for 4 years. You were telling your story and I was like, sounds like shit. Yo, that's sick. 4 years, damn. Yeah, I was gonna say, way before I was ever into keyboards, that's how I found out about Weha. Because in the back in the Genius Room, they all used Weha and Wera, and then they used this spudger. So I've had these way before I was into keyboards, but Apple pretty much uses like top quality tools. Oh baby, another Weha giveaway, bro. I don't have any more to give away. Come on. I just got a new job and I had to set up my email for Jira tickets. Not looking forward to it. Yikes. Are Weha better than iFixit? I personally have not used iFixit, but I have used a ton of drivers, and Weha and Wera are my favorite by far. Dude, my thumbs are gonna hurt after this. Wera are just the best? Yeah, I would say so. I generally tend to have, I use Weha for my my smaller drivers, and then I use Wera for my bigger, my Phillips, and my flathead. Do you guys call it Phillips or do you call it Cross? Some people call it Cross and it like freaks me out. I hadn't done end user support in years. Frankly, it gives me PTSD. Yeah. I definitely was frustrated working at Apple, but I feel like it truly did make me more kind of like relatable and personable. I feel like I align better with people now. Although I'm not aligning with this white plate. Cross? I say plus? No, you don't. Don't lie to me. You do not say plus. Warehand, we are pretty top tier. This video I linked is pretty great. Damn, dude, 2 million subscribers. That guy's a legend. Dude, there's in this day and age, bro, like you can buy a nice ass Weha like mini bit set for like 30 bucks. It's there's no excuse to be using like crappy drivers. You guys call it Phillips? Okay. You're normal then. Ain't no one say cross, bro. I swear I've heard it. I swear I've heard it. Cross could be. I have a GIS. You guys know what GIS is? I have a GIS driver because I was into. I used it for my. I think I used it for my Shimano bike parts. Sandy's here. Hello. Wow. How was your Pasicle? Were you a product specialist or on the Genius Bar side? I was on the specialist side, but I was on the business team. So we used, we worked a lot with like small businesses and helping them get set up with iPads, stuff like that. I need to stock up on some more. Well, at least there's one left for me to try. Cross this. All right, Kiazo, I'm refunding your PayPal you just sent me. I need some screwdrivers. Actually, I don't really have a full set. Definitely recommend Wera or Weha. Okay, sorry, that was toxic. I didn't mean it. You should get Amazon affiliated link for Amazon. Dude, John's been telling me that I should set up my Amazon affiliate links, but I've honestly just been very lazy. I need to do that for sure. All right, this side's looking very proper. This side needs some work. It needs some milk. Bruh, it's been a year. Okay, dude. If you get an Amazon affiliate, it would do wonders. You got people buying out products for free. Yeah, but I like saying I'm recommending this out of the kindness out of my heart, and I don't make any money on it. All right, now the troublesome side. Don't mind me. I just need to pop these in real quick. A couple are gonna pop out. There we go. If I do a build for anyone, please don't send me an unwhite plate. All right, I'm gonna start from the left side here. Oh, this was the trouble. Okay. I'm gonna neglect you guys for a second here because I actually have to focus. So there's like, I think there's like one cutout that's like tighter than the rest, and it keeps popping all the other ones out. Okay, maybe we start from the middle. Maybe we start from the middle. Dude, am I gonna have to use inks because these aren't sitting? No, I got this. I got this. I got this. Don't worry. I'm sorry I'm neglecting you. I just need to concentrate on the knowledge inside. I must. Yeah, they don't clip into the plate. Otherwise, I would just put them in the plate first. Okay. I only have a couple more. Sending you my chi to help you focus, dude. Just don't fuck up, because when you have to pull a switch out for a bent pin, they're gonna... Dude, I know. Looking forward to more streams in the future. Have a good stream. Yo, thank you. I appreciate you. I do it for almost all my plates. Should I call Child Protective Services? I feel neglected. Keycal commission with unwipe plate coming your way. Yikes. Dude, unwipe is fine. Haven't had this problem in a hot minute. Dude, I never have this problem because I always build with an aluminum plate. The other issue is basically the issue is that the switches don't clip into the plate, right? So even if you do get it flush, it'll just sag down unless you're propping it up. So I gotta basically put them all in quickly so it has some sort of support, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Oof. Okay. I'll show you guys real quick. So we are pretty Gucci right now. We're pretty Gucci, right? Pretty Gucci. Now it's just this last bit. It's the last bit. So, no, they're not clipping into the plate. Like, I'll show you right here, right? So, you can see that the switches are fully seated. They're fully seated, but they don't clip into the plate. So, once we solder them, I think we'll be fine. It's so sensitive that if I push down, the desk mat is hitting the bottom of the pole and pushing the switch up. So basically the reason why this is so hard to do is because you're using a soft plate, right? So it doesn't clip in proper. The switch hole cutouts are a little bit big, so they don't clip in. Also, additionally, this PCB is not holding onto the legs of the switch, so they easily pop back up out. Hopefully that makes sense. We got 3 things going against us. This just turned into a very serious build stream. Okay. We got this. Just know once you finish this, you'll solder like a champ. Dude, I hope so. Dude, the last 3 switches on the left were a nightmare for me. Almost like the plate was too small. Thank you, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Before I do the last 3 switches, I want to show you guys. We are fully seated on all of the switches. All right. The last 3. Does this plate make you want to throw down? Yo! Should I play some throwdown while I do these last 3? Yo, what's up, Switch Doctor? Be very, very careful. Be very, very quiet. It's Wabbit season. Okay. Okay. Do I dare? Okay. 2 more. I just realized half the chat has no clue who Elmer Fudd is. Dude, did I just date myself? Holy. Okay. All right, last one. I'm gonna open this switch. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna take these pins and bend them in a little bit to help them go into the switch hole. So it's gonna be a little bit looser. In this case, it'll still be very tight. Man is taking no risks. Dude, I'm not messing around, bro. I hate doing builds like this. Okay. Shh. I'm not even gonna pick it up by the plate. There we go. Bro, there was actually 0% chance I was going to accomplish this while talking on stream. No way. What is that tools? This was a tool that I used when I was at Apple. It's made by Menda. Menda, M-E-N-D-A. It's like a it's just a spudger, but dude, I use this thing for, it has so many uses. This side's kind of like a wedge. And this side's like a pointer. Very, very useful. You can get mine on Amazon. Yeah. I think a lot of people who Elmer Fudd is just don't know by name, right? I soldered in one of the legs first for all of them and then pressed down while I soldered in the other one. Well, that's why you're a frickin' doctor. Drop test? Yikes. Both a teaching tool and a plate manipulator. Exactly. So, okay. We did it. I'm gonna show you guys what I did, and I really hope that American Haptics doesn't yell at me. But for me personally, this is what I had to do to make this usable. Did you guys see what I did here? Wait. These are the proper... This is the proper one, right? It's the left one. I haven't built an Alice style board in forever. Right one for 1U? Is it the right one? No. Is it? Is it the right one or the left one? Is it the right one or the left one? Is it the right one? Please. Dude, don't joke with me. Please don't joke with me. I don't think I can put one of these on. Okay, it is the right one. It is the right one. Wait, you guys are all saying left. Bro, you guys are not helpful at all. I don't want to actually put the keycap on because it's gonna pull the switch out. I think it's the left one. Yeah, it's the left. No, the right. It's the right. It's the right. It's the right. It's the right. No, we're right. That is left one. What? Bro. No, we're right. That is left one you. Wait, no, you're right. Which one is it? I'm pretty sure it's the right one, right? John, if we were defusing a bomb right now, we'd be dead. Just so you know. Just so you know. I posted a pic for reference. Thank you. Wow, dude, I haven't built the Alice board in a million years. Bro, that doesn't help. Okay, it's in the right one. It's in the right one. Okay. I actually hate this. I actually hate this right now. Okay, we're good. Need to play Don't Talk and Nobody Explodes. Just put caps on it. If the problem is that the switches aren't clipping in to the plate. Why did you mutilate your... So, I'll show you right here, right? So, my issue with the... I love this thing. The quality is absolutely insane. But they were all too small for my fan. So if I put my... Try and put my... Sorry, I'm... I guess my other fan was just too big. No, sorry. No, sorry. No, sorry. The reason no, it was because I like my fan in the middle. Cause I'm left-handed. Wait. I guess technically I could just use this fan. Bro, my other fan is bigger, and I was desoldering with this, and it rests like this, and it kept like tilting. But now I just realized that my actual stream fan fits. It's okay. I like it in the middle. I like it in the middle. Bro, I swear my fan shrunk. What the frick? Okay, well anyways. Dude, sometimes it hurts to watch you? What the frick? That's not nice. Yeah, I can cut it up. It's my mat. Get out of here. I like to have my fan in the middle. All right. Get out of here. I don't know if I should try. The last time I tried turning on my fan with this plug, it literally shut my stream off. Should I try doing it? Or should I just get an extension cord and plug it into a different socket? What do you guys think? Should I just, will you guys come, if my stream turns off, should I just call it a night? Or should I, are you guys gonna be here still? Will you be here? I'd come back. Okay, all right, we're gonna do it. If my stream turns off, then you know what happened. All right. Let me get situated first. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Okay, here goes nothing. Are we good? Let's freaking go. All right, sick. Bro, the last stream that I did, I took an extension cord and I went all the way over to near my bathroom because this one was full. Okay, we're cruising. Let me grab... Dude, you guys are so mean to me. What the? My own brother's trolling me. Can't see. Dude, I seriously, like, at this point, there's like actually still like a 20% chance that I feel like you guys aren't trolling me. Not chill, not chill. Okay, did we bet on the solder? I don't think we did, right? We did? Okay. Yikes, bro. Yikes. All right, here we go. I'm gonna solder fast because I want to get the solder over with. What are we at? 854? Go fast like Speed Racer. You know what makes me go fast? Here we go. It's free real estate. Okay, 854. I missed the hat? I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go get my other fan to show you guys that I was not dreaming. Because I was mainly using this mat to desolder. And the fan I use for desoldering is actually a different fan. It's a lot bigger and more heavy duty. I don't use it for streaming because it's too big. I'm gonna cut this one too. All right, question for you guys. Would you rather have pastrami or a salami on a charcuterie board or prosciutto? I'm not gonna look up yet, but it better be prosciutto. Okay, good, dude. When I was in Boston, there's this it's like, I would say it's like Boston's version of like a nicer Starbucks. It's called Tate. And they have, I'd get these scrambled eggs with prosciutto, and I never knew how good of a combination salty prosciutto was with scrambled eggs. That shit was fire. Kind of overpriced, but fire nonetheless. All right, I missed 2 pins because one of them is bent, so just deduct 2 pins off. So add 20 seconds to that. I need to pull one of these out. It was the F. Pour one out for F. Thankfully, I hadn't soldered it yet. Tate is the best? No, it's called Tate, Huru. Come on. You missed 2 pins, but I'm out here missing you, BB. Yo! Let's go. What up, Mendex? Mendex, are you going to that Thanksgiving thing? Are you in California? I forgot. All right. You're in Canada. Dang. All right. Well, I feel successful today because I know that I can now use my fan without having to run an extension cord halfway across my room. So that's always nice. And I can use this mat again. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Sorry. You're supposed to do this. Where's Sandy? Bro, she was here earlier, actually. She came in, took my keys, or took the car, and took a popsicle and bounced. I think I got the short end of that stick. Try the smoked bear at Tasty Salted Pigs in San Fran's Ferry Building? Yo, I haven't been to San Fran in a while. Did you show us the other fan? I didn't. Dude, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Look. Look. Doesn't fit. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just put it like this. But it fits now. See? See? All right. Anyway, dude, that thing's so loud. It's so loud. Did you melt that shit? I took like an X-Acto knife and I cut it. Cash me out. How about that? Yo. All right. So that was actually, I was a little worried in the beginning, not gonna lie, but turned out pretty good. Now you can actually pull the plate up because the switches are fully soldered, right? Looks good. All right, I'll leave you guys that to look at, and I will be right back. Got to use the little boys' room. Right, we're back here. All right, good night. Gotta hit the sack. Yo, I appreciate you. Shout out to John for wrestling. This is not real wrestling, Ryan, to get us connect so I could go. Yo, let's go. Sandy's a thug, bro. Wow. All right. The tail of the tape time. Let's hope this works. This PCB has been desoldered 6 times. So, wish me luck. One thing I have noticed about McLovin PCBs are the pads. The actual switch pads are like very high quality. They're pretty thick. So I don't know if I've ever lifted a pad. I mean, I desolder a lot, so I will admit I have lifted pads. But these ones, they're pretty thick. So we're chilling. We know how to solder. How do you feel using pen with 1.2 millimeter 356 mini flex cut? What do you mean using pen? What's up, Key Colt is live? PCB belongs to the streets, but if it works, it works. Dude, yes, 100%. Right? Let's do a little reiteration here. Yo, what up, Ken's Keebs? So, we do have an Adelaide's PCB. This is by McLovin. We have Gateron Lions. These are lubed with 205 grade 0, TX films, spring swapped. They come with Gat Yellow springs stock, which are okay for me. They're not my favorite, so I swapped to TX 62 gram short. We do have Durock V2 stabs from Divinity. They are all lubed with BDZ, Krytox BDZ. And we have an unwiped plate, which was kind of a hassle to build with, but at the end of the day, I've had worse. I have definitely had worse, right? This is USB Mini. Every Nunu that's been made is USB Mini. So, switch hitter went fine. It did. It did. All right. Dude, this red fire. Fire. Believers win by 8 seconds? Wait, really? No way. What's the difference between short and long springs? Without trying to sound like a D word, one's shorter, one's longer. It's a feel thing. It's a feel thing. hard to explain. Okay, who can help me describe that? Long is preloaded. So yeah, what I have found is that longer springs tend to feel like they're heavier in the beginning, right? This is my experience. They feel like they're heavier in the beginning. So although Gat Yellow springs, I should be fine weight-wise, I feel like it was a little bit of a chore to type on because in the very beginning, it was kind of stiff for me. So that's the way I can describe it. Yeah, it's preload. It's preloaded, exactly. Yeah. So if you are a person who fat fingers a lot, like you have issues with accidentally rolling onto other keys, it might benefit you using a longer spring because it's going to be a little bit stiffer in the beginning. That's what I have noticed. I definitely am more accurate with longer springs because I don't fat finger as much, but I feel like it's a little bit more of a chore to type on because in the beginning it's a little bit hard. So I actually have to like kind of make a conscious effort when I'm typing. Hopefully that makes sense. The Linny ink's gonna be sick with TX springs already, 100%, 100%. So you ever buy pens, bro? This freaking guy. This freaking guy. Ooh. What up, Midori? Trying to josh me, huh? I like your shirt, G. Yo, how good are keyboards? Thank you. Dude, I wish I would have bought more of these shirts. This is from Samso and Samso. I got it when I was in Copenhagen. I believe it's a Swedish company, or it's from Copenhagen. I think it's from Copenhagen. But pretty relatively decent priced and nice quality. Longer springs have a harsher return feel like the Switch pops. Yeah. I personally like, it's a little bit deceiving, but traditional cherry springs are my favorite, which is in fact TX short springs. What you mean it's a real site? I'm sure it's a real site. One more. Vancouver coffee. Yo, dude, I want more coffee right now. All right, plate is in. Let's take a look. So the fitment on this plate was pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. Fit nicely in there. Let's take a look at the top here. I noticed my TX short springs were a tad longer than my Taobao Cherry Blacks. Even the TX short ones seem longer. Interesting. DE1 stream. Dude, you can bet your bottom dollar that when I do my subathon, I'll be making some coffee on the DE1 for sure. 100%. All right, let's put her in. So from past experience, I did have a blush pink Nunu back in the day. I want to say it sounded slightly better with pour-on film or foam in there, but we'll try it out. If it sounds too clacky, I'll probably end up putting foam in it. But let's try. Dude, that looks sick. When is subbing-thon? Like, let me know. Swing through. Dude, 100%. My 1 year from partner was in October, but I've been just kind of still catching up. Because I took two big trips this year to Europe. So I've been recouping on life. A year already, holy moly. Dude, right? I'm trying to shoot for in the next month. I think in the next month we're gonna have another subathon. Yeah, it's not October anymore. Crazy. Kind of crazy. Have you tried Gateron X? No. What is Gateron X? By December then? I'm shooting for December. Yeah, but I mean, as we know, we got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, so it's like maybe sometime in between Thanksgiving and Christmas is what I'm gonna shoot for. I think that would be nice. I also need to talk with Scott and see if he's gonna be in town. I'd like to have him on the subathon again. Turkey Day subathon? That'd be kind of sick. US-based viewers, please consider using UPS when shipping during this holiday season. USPS will... Dude, yes. Did you notice that USPS already posted on their site that they're gonna have... They're like basically saying like, we're gonna take longer than we're saying. Dude, this looks pretty sick. These are Gateron Lions, yes. Yep. Pretty smooth. Definitely smooth. Yeah. Pretty nice. Side profile there. Pretty standard side profile. And we do have the Nunu there. Are these just KS3 recolors or a different material? I believe they're KS3 recolors. Yeah, I think they're full nylon. US-based viewers, please consider using USPS when shipping during the holidays so I can steal your packages. Okay, bud. All right. So we do have GMK Perestroika as well as the spacebar kit for it. So we should have a pretty spicy looking build at the end here. Need to get ready for Christmas, bro. Put green keycaps on the... Dude, I need to get my camping back. Tejas still has my GMK camping. I need to go pay him a visit. I left the wooden kaze there when I was at his subathon with him, and it has my camping on it. But, you know, it is holiday season, so I'm going to need to get that back. Dude, this is actually going to sound pretty sick. Pay him a visit with baseball bat? Like break kneecap? No. No. No one could ever be mad at Teja. I mess. Speaking of cats. Sorry for the leak, but I posted. He posted a picture of his cat today, and I said, "Can you stop taking pictures of my cats and posting them? It's kind of creepy." And he goes, and he completely did not get the joke at all. He goes, "Wait, what? You have a cat?" And then I said, "I'm joking, bro. Oh, I'm stupid." So there you go. Teja's stupid. Either he's stupid or I don't have a sense of humor. What a doofus. This color combo is so Nicky, right? I don't get it. What? What don't you get? The keyboard god can't be stupid, must be you. I know, dude. That's kind of my thought process as well. I believe... Oh my. So this... Does this kit come with an extra B in Cyrillic, but not an extra B in the normals kit? Are we gonna be using this one as our extra B? Is that what this has come to? Or is there a double B? Do I need to go get the base kit? Oh! There isn't double B. Ah, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna use this one then. What does this one map to again? It is that, okay. The B you seek is in the usual kit. Ah. This keyboard is pretty sick, bruh. Bruh. Yo, thank you, Captain. I'm pretty stoked on it. Dude, this is actually gonna sound... I'll be honest with you, this is gonna sound better than I was expecting. For sure. This might be my best sounding Nunu yet. Does this look funny? Do the ends look funny? That's pretty troll, huh? Is that kind of troll? You funny. No, you funny. Look stylish. No stylish. Wait, why isn't this Cyrillic? I have the, this is with the, what is it? Is it called the normal kit? What's it called? It's Perestroika, right? It is, yeah. But there was a child kit that had Latin alphas. Base kit was Cyrillic, and the usual kit was a normal. Yes, so this is the this is basically the Perestroika base kit with the usuals, which is the Latin alphas, as well as the space bars. Do we have? Guess I gotta go get the base. All right, one sec. I do have the icon mods as well, but I don't think I'm gonna use those on this one. I wish that the alphas had Cyrillic sublegends for the Cyrillic. Yeah. Icon bottom row, high key, ugly chain. Yeah. Ever since DQ said that this looked like a freaking swimmer doing a lap or doing a breaststroke, this dude here. Ever since he said that looked like a swimmer doing a breaststroke, I can't get it out of my head. All right. What do we got here? FN. We got page up. We got, is that the proper one? Yes. Page up. We got page down. Short shift, and we have the code. Is he escaping here? Was I using a... I was. So this is the stock alphas, and here we have the Teja logo. Am I blind? Oh, there's the escape. One U on spacebar. Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, all right, all right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Damn, bro. That is a complete kit right there. You had to buy Perestroika base, Latin alphas, and the spacebar kit. But I think it's worth. What do you guys think? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. So call me maybe. Pretty sick. A couple of my buddies have this board as well, and I have seen it with Burgundy. Burgundy looks pretty good on it too. Burgundy's a lot lighter than Perestroika, believe it or not. So it goes Burgundy's the lightest, then Perestroika, and then the Nunu's even darker than that. Pretty sick. Is that the new? This is the newest Nunu. I think Wob and Perestroika look a lot better than Berg on it. Ooh, I could put Wob as the mods. I had that on my... If you go to my Instagram, I actually have a... I'll show you actually. Let's see. Dude, I haven't typed on an Alice board in forever. Do I still remember? Oh man, this might be a bad typing test. Holy. It'll come back quick. It'll come back quick. So I had this right here is Burgundy with Hongul alphas and Wob mods. I think it looked pretty sick. That was on the V2 CE. Dude, is it? It's only 9:30. Wow, I am so far ahead of schedule. All right, I didn't show you guys the bottom, huh? We'll show you the bottom real quick, clean it up, and then we'll get to typing. Pretty sick. How you doing, Goyard God? Yo, I don't think you're a true Goyard God until you have a Goyard duffel, and I certainly don't have one of those. I cannot justify it, especially... Is there a screw missing? Dude. Felix, why you trolling me? I feel like, the Goyard duffel is like... It's sick, but I would be scared to put it anywhere. I would be scared to actually use it. I heard Ryan got a new Goyard card holder. You saw. What are you friggin' talking about? What are you talking about? So sick. So this is the quote unquote weight, right? So this is kind of like a little, it's really thin. So I wouldn't even call it a weight, but the board's decently heavy. It's not, I would not say it's a light board. It's more, it's more of a, like, you know, on the Unicorn, how it kind of just pops on the back? I would say it's pretty similar to that. All right. Here we go. Typing test time. Alice boards are deceptively wide. You don't really know how wide an Alice board is until you try and put it into a case, and then when you put it into a TKL case, you realize how wide it is. All right, I'm gonna do one more switch hitter test. Cruising. Have you seen those full-size Alice boards? Kinda insane. Dude, yeah. Like an EM7. Big Alice board. I really like this keycap set. Wish I had joined it when the GB came. Dude, I feel like this keycap set turned out even better than people were expecting. And it's kind of a shame because this set actually didn't even hit mock. The vendors had to buy enough kits to hit mock. So there are not a ton of these kits out there. EM7 so lit though, chonker of a board, right? Let's get a lat on there. Should I? This lat's like a little bit, is that too dark or does that work? It kind of works, right? Should I do it? Should I do it for the vine? Does that work? Kinda. I think that works. All right. This sounds pretty good. Ooh, I do have the FN. Good call. No, round 2 is so sad. No reason not to consider it. I think that the set definitely has enough hype and demand to run a round 2, but I think Cone just didn't really fall in love with the whole running a group buy for a GMK set process. But I'll show you real quick with the lats here. Pretty sick. All right. Let's test out this new microphone mount. So my goal was to push this here. Nice. Solid. All right. Is someone already done building? I know, right? It's 9:30 and we have a finished product on our desk. Who dis? We are doing a typing test. Even Sandy roasting? Wow. No, she's impressed. Come on. All right, here are the mods. Pausing the music here. Woof. Yo, this backspace though. Super deep. Look at Ryan's face as he bangs that. Wow, dude. All right, here we go. What's up, Dodo? All right, so last recap here. We have a, let's see, can we do this? Can I do this? Does this work? Hey, that works. Looks kind of awkward on screen, but so we have a Nunu FE, which is aluminum. We have GMK Perestroika with the usual Latin alphas. Additionally, we have the space bars. We got Lat Royal Transfusion for the Escape and the FN. We have a McLovin PCB. We have an White plate, and we have Gateron Lions. Spring Swap TX 62 gram springs, 205 grade 0 lube, TX filmed. No foam. Dude, I have not typed on an Alice board in forever. Okay. Dude, I thought I was going fast too. What the freak? What the? Dude, but okay, dude. You guys should have saw this coming, dude. When's the last time I typed on an Alice board on stream? Like at least 3 months ago. Okay, number one. Number two, how did it sound? This is the best sounding Nunu I've ever built. 100%, hands down. Hands down. Sounds so good. Way to play the victims. All right, we'll do one more typing test here. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It's the armrest. It's the armrest. The seat, it's the recliner spring is too loose. All right, still slow. I'm very sorry. But how did it sound? How did it sound? Dude, it sounds really good. Backspace is really wrecking your words per minute. Dude, I know. That's pretty bad. Your N is backwards and there's an extra one. Master Alice God, is there any way to make the Meridian sound good? I'm struggling. What is it built with? Dude, how is it? Dude, usually the problem I have with the Nunu in the past was it wasn't deep and it wasn't clacky. So as much as a pain as it was to use the White plate for this build, I think it was 100% the right choice. You're getting that kind of deep reverberating noise from the White. On top of that, we use the Gateron Lions, which are, I would say, are a little bit deeper as well. Meridian is not Alice. Yeah, Meridian's a little bit different. It's like similar to Alice. Of course it's the recliner. Wow, you guys don't let me use any excuses, do you? But yeah, no, this sounds really nice. I just gotta get used to typing on Alice again. I've been using Gat inks on Palm on my practice. Been really fun typing on it. Damn, so you got inks to work on Palm. Every single build I have tried, inks would not work well with the Palm plate. So I still have yet to type on a Palm ink build. I have Hyperglide blacks on aluminum. I've put polyfill on it, which helps, but it's still a weird, loud hollowness. So let me explain my thoughts on this, because I did finish the build quite quick. I would venture to say that my favorite switch is Cherry Black, but it is not universal. Some boards, Cherry Black sounds the best, like better than anything I've ever tried, right? But then some boards, blacks are slightly too high-pitched and clacky, no matter how heavy lube they are. If they're too heavy lube, they're just muted, bad. If they're normal lubed, they can be clacky, and then in that case, I would prefer to swap it out for inks. If I use MX blacks in a build and it's too clacky, I'll desolder it and put inks in, because inks are a little bit deeper. So I would say if you haven't tried inks yet, and your board is too clacky with Cherry, I would try it out. And then if the inks are a little bit too like lifeless for you, which can be a problem with inks in some builds. Like I don't like inks in a unicorn. It's for some reason to me it's just not a fun build. I would try like Gat Lions or the Vermilions, or even the or the new black, or the blue ones were the CPs, CYs, something like that. You talking inks or boob inks? Normal inks. I think boob inks are like slightly higher pitched than normal inks. Inks gotta go easy on lube with those. If you heavy lube your inks, it's gonna be very, very dull and lifeless. CJs, that's the one. Yes, the ones that you're lubing for me. Yep. So that's kind of my route. I prefer Cherry Blacks. If the build doesn't play well with Cherry Blacks, I go to inks. If inks are like too muted, lifeless, no fun to type on, then I'll go with Lions, or I'll go with Vermilions or the CJs. So that's my current process. This board might be good with inks on aluminum. I think I've tried it, and I think it was like just a little bit dull. I think it was a little dull. I don't think I liked any build in the Nunu with an aluminum plate. What switch would you go with on that build? Any additional mods like foam tape burger or anything? Oh, you're talking about that one. Built with palm plate, and it's really nice. I forgot what I built my Praxis with, but it was definitely a higher pitched board if I recall. Do you think stock springs on black inks are a little too heavy? 100%. I do not use stock springs in any ink. The blacks are too heavy, the reds are too light. Do you only drink bottled water, or you do drink Brita water? I only drink bottle or water from like a 5-gallon jug. I don't drink Brita water. Raz got me with reminding Ryan about a Leaf redemption from 3 hours ago. Shit. Should I go with 1.2 millimeter or 1.6 for the W1AT? Never tried plateless. Just based off the specs, I would lean more towards 1.6 considering its plate mount. 1.2 sounds like it's gonna be pretty damn flexy for plate mount. Does anyone know where I can buy some OP blacks right now? I want to try some out, but it looks like they're sold out everywhere. Yes, we can do. I'm gonna do the middle. Who did the middle redemption? Have you tried Papu switches? No. Thanks for the advice. Oh, you got it. Wait, are you freaking joking my ass, dude? Oh, she doesn't have them in stock. All right, I need to ask her. What are they called? Oh, shit. Popu switches. All right, I'm gonna go pick some of those up. So it looks like the Popu on Makibo, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it's an OP black recolor. So it's got that kind of milky-ish top with a purple bottom instead of black. Okay, well that solves. Good thing I asked you guys. I grabbed something before we swung by your place on Sunday. Oh, interesting. Redeem the mineral. All right, I'm gonna grab. What do we got? Yeah, why not? We'll do one mineral and we'll do a leaf typing test and then we'll call it a night. How about that? We're at 325. Let's do it. If I knew you would want, we could have picked up for you. Damn. Well, she's not too far from me. I'll head over there. All right, 1 second. All right. Got a couple fun ones here for you guys. And I'll explain. Gotta put my prospecting jacket on. The door, the door opening noise reminds me of AIM. Dude, I gotta put some like, I gotta put some WD-40 on my door or something. I have not heard of those switches. What are those? I know Joe Malone candles. Oh. Ryan's Aeron chair arm perfectly clears the desk. It does, but when I'm sitting down, it doesn't. Does that mean I'm fat? Do you see? Do you see? You didn't get me. No, I knew it was gonna be something. That's why I said, "What are those switches?" I was like, "How is this gonna turn into a troll?" Nice jacket. Let me have it, dude. I you guys know I absolutely love Lululemon, right? But Lululemon Lab, generally speaking, it's like a little bit too out there for me, but I got this jacket. It's Lululemon Lab. Love it. I absolutely love it. It's like fleece. It's really hard to explain. It's got a bunch of cool pockets, like random pockets. Anyway, it's one of my favorite jackets. I see a Ruby. Lululemon's so expensive, need discounts. So, I bought this jacket on their, if you go to lululemon.com, they have a tab that says we made too much. And I got this jacket on their discount site. So. Anyway, okay, so. I'm losing some steam here. Gotta go take a nap, but I'm gonna power through this real quick for you guys. So, I don't like Lululemon underwear for some reason. I have tried so many different brands of underwear. Literally like every single brand of underwear I've tried, okay? My absolute favorite is, I'll show you. Just so you know. I've tried Under Armour, I've tried Stance, I've tried the X-Ficio, I've tried Lululemon, I've tried literally everything. Everything. Adidas, Nike. I've tried $50 pairs of underwear. I've tried $10 pairs of underwear. My absolute favorite underwear. Stupid cheap. Stupid cheap. These right here. And no, I don't get any any kickback for those. You can actually find them at Target, believe it or not. Sorry for that massive link, dude. Get out of here. You think I got time to fix that link while I'm streaming? Get out of town. Tawny underwear? I don't see it. Goddamn, you love Burgundy. Okay, Tarian. They look like it looks like they rendered Ryan's crotch for. Okay, bud. Okay, bud. Anyway, I have thrown out almost every single pair of my underwear and replaced them all with these. It's Pair of Thieves. They're some of the cheapest I've ever purchased, and I love them. They last forever. Okay, there you go. There's my little, you know, before I got into keyboard streaming, I actually wanted to make one of those blog websites where it like says they're all product recommendations and it's kind of like the best for each category. I wanted to do that, and then I realized how much effort it would be and how bad I am at like blogging and typing, and I guess I am bad at typing, huh? As far as like software and shit. So I was like, streaming is easy because I don't have to edit. I don't have to do anything. I can just talk. No skill involved at all. I have tried Saxx underwear. I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. I did try Saxx. Pair of Thieves is my favorite, hands down. Can I ask, how do they hold up with barbell squatting? Very well. Very well. Get URL shortener, it's in the Chrome store. That sounds like it's a little above my pay grade. But anyways, all right, so real quick, enough about my rant. So, this is how a tourmaline is found in nature, right? So it's found in crystal form, right? So this is a tourmaline. This is literally how it is found in the earth. Okay, this is a very nice one. It has like a ruby core, right? This is like what they cut watermelon slices out of, right? So a couple different ways jewelers find these to be useful, right? So you have people like me that collect them as mineral specimens. So if it's a mineral specimen, it's uncut. So this is not tampered with, it's not cut. This is how it was found in nature, right? Then you have people who will cut them into slices, which makes this. They'll use these for jewelry, right? So this was a tourmaline that was cut into slices, right? So if you notice, it's like this, right? See that? So that's a slice of this one, right? So you have people who cut it into slices, and they'll use these slices for necklaces, whatnot. So this is a pretty nice slice. This one's pretty gemmy. Pretty gemmy slice. Gemmy means that it's super clear. Nice clarity, right? Then you have people who will kind of cut it and polish it and make them into beads. So this is a tourmaline bead, right? So this was a gem, and then they core a hole into it. You see that hole? That hole goes all the way through, and then they'll put a string through it, and they'll make like a tourmaline necklace. So this will have like tons of tourmaline on the necklace. One of the biggest, I guess, consumers of raw tourmaline is China. What they'll do is they will import the raw tourmaline and then cut it into beads, right? So that's why it's so hard to find mineral specimens, because any good specimen is usually cut, right, into a slice or a bead, or most commonly, clean this real quick, into a gem, right? So this one is actually, this will probably be better, pick up light better on here. So this one's actually a garnet, not a ruby. If it were a ruby it would be super pricey. Kind of hard to pick up the light on here. There you go. See that? So what they'll do is they will take the raw specimen, right? They'll take this and they'll say, okay, out of this entire specimen, what kind of cut, how big can our cut be without having these like fracture lines inside? Where's the cleanest part of this gem that we can cut a crystal out of, right? So that's kind of the process. So that's why it's kind of hard to find very gemmy minerals, because they're usually cut into jewelry. You giving that one to Sandy? Dude, I got Sandy this like sick emerald. We were at the gem show and I bought a raw emerald that I'm gonna get made into an earring. What got you into gems? Dude, I don't know. I've always been into rocks and minerals. I would say my brother definitely reignited my love for it, for sure. Yo, Ryan about to wear earrings and flex on stream. Dude, I don't know if I could pull off earrings. I actually wanted diamond stud earrings in high school. Kind of happy my mom never let me do that. I used to have bleach tips. Oh yeah, I was pretty sick. Oh, Sandy's here. I mean, yeah, no, never. This segment always reminds me of Hank Schrader. Dude, everyone always comments on that. Just believe you can pull it off, and you can pull it off. I would say most of my my clothing is pretty conservative, but I do have some pieces that I like need to actually like act like I'm pulling it off to pull it off. I got in trouble for having bleached hair in elementary school. I got sent to the principal's office because you weren't allowed to do it. You can pull off. Oh, okay, bud. So there is your mineral redemption. Where'd you grow up? SoCal? I did. Yep. Dude, I had a sick puka shell necklace too. Oh yeah. Bad boy. Wait, I need this for the record. We went through tourmaline, and what were the other three? It was tourmaline, tourmaline, and garnet. The garnet was the cut one. Ryan can't pull off a trench coat. Can you imagine? Dude, my Stone Island one is basically a trench coat. What are you talking about? All right. Here is the Nunu in its final form. Hope you guys enjoyed the Nunu. Who redeemed the typing test? I don't know if I did. If I do we? Oh my goodness, you're gonna predict. We already predicted. Wow, bro, that is absolutely zero faith in my typing. It's all right. We already bet on it. I'm gonna type. Dude, what happened to my streaming stamina? We're at 3:30, and I'm like zonked. I was at K Thrizzy's. That's Nick. I was at his house until 1 a.m. last night doing all of the NRD, Kaze, Makibo, coordinating with our factories. We got a good session in, so that's why I'm like super tired right now. All right. This is some high risk, low reward here, dude. I really want to prove you guys all the haters wrong, but I don't know if I'm gonna beat that. There's zero chance he types faster than that. Clearly, there's some chance, or so people think. Russell 2000 breakout year-long channel breakout all or nothing, dude. Right? Another freaking record year in the stock market. Insane. Okay. Yikes. 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 At least the board looks sick now. Used to hit 100 plus on the regular. All right, here we go. $60 seconds on the clock. So this is a Leaf 60. We do have 300 gram springs in here. I used to be able to break 100. That must have been in my prime. We'll try it out. Here we go. We're gonna do an ode to Damn it! Oh my god, bro. Dude, I tried super hard on that one. I was so close to rewarding you guys. My hand was fully cramping at the end there. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't even move my fingers. I'm gonna listen to the music. Help. I'm gonna listen to the music next time. I'm gonna break 100. My raw was over 100. I just really messed up at the end there. All that to get 93. Yikes. Damn, bro. That was so close. I actually didn't breathe for the first like 45 seconds. That was like my sad music. Time to cry in the shower. Ugh. All right. I think if you add a couple grunts, it'll increase. Dude, the music really did help, though. I'm not lying. That really did help. I was gone when you said that. What set was on the 378? So it's all of the mods are Burgundy, GMK Burgundy, and then the alphas are from a keyboard called the Q100. It was by Unikey, which was also GMK. So you actually had to buy the keyboard to get these alphas. They weren't sold in any GMK set or on their own. But I haven't done a 378 test in a while. I'll show you guys a 378 since we got a little extra time. This is built with a 5mm plate, 5mm PC plate, right? Super thick, but it's PC, so it's not stiff. It's 8008 inks. They're not heavy lubed. They're like perfectly lubed. So this board's very fun to type on. All right. Oof. There we go. I'm gonna rebuild the 378 with the brass plate soon. Interesting. White on gray is greater than white on black. Yeah, so these are quite different than white on black. White on black, don't have it next to me, otherwise I'd grab it. What up, Temptationals? How's it going? I'll show you real quick. Oof, it is N9 gray. Yeah, so white on black does look pretty good on silver, but I mean, as you can tell right here, it's quite a bit different. Do spacebar. Actually, I'll do. Let me do this. That'll be better. Quite a bit different. What is the keycap in the top left corner? So these are relegendables. These were actually an option with, I want to say it was like GMK Skidata. Was it Skidata? I think it was Skidata. Yeah, so anyways. All right, I think that's it for tonight. I think that's it. Let's raid the gym leader, Nathan. Yeah, I know, right? I've seen a couple funny relegends, but that's pretty much it. Jim, ooh, Jim's doing a Jane. Let's see. Which, oh, his V2CE. Nice, nice, nice. Cool. All right, so thank you guys. Obviously, build turned out pretty slick. I'm happy with it. Probably my favorite sounding Nunu so far. Thank you guys for sticking around. I am going to be doing the stabilizer comparison next stream. I have 8 different company stabilizers to show you guys. We're gonna lube all of them, compare all of them. So that'll be on the next stream. So hopefully I see you guys there. Looking at Wednesday for that one. So I believe it's 8 or 9. So anyways, I'll see you guys there. Take them away.